I'm Argus. Just Argus now. I'm a mercenary from the Crest Mountains, looking to get as far away from them as my body can carry me. Though this eternal winter is making that annoyingly difficult. Almost as difficult as family, but that's not important and not anything I want to talk about right now. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just looking for stories to tell along the way, and I'll destroy anyone or anything who thinks they can get in my way and stop that from happening. And if anyone asks, this conversation never happened. I was never here. Got it?
Dear Mom and Dad, it is I, your favorite daughter, Mochi, with my weekly letter on my life and travels. I do hope you're receiving these things. I haven't heard back from you in a while. Anyway, after being asked, somewhat forcefully, to leave the avium, I've been asking myself, Mochi, what is next? Turns out I got my answer. It came from above, you could say. So I'm still practicing my magic. It's just a little different. Don't worry, I am still determined to pass the next entrance exam. But until then, I'm staying somewhere quiet and trying to use my magic to be helpful wherever I can. I promise I'm working really hard, even if things haven't gone totally to plan. But I'm sure I'll make Mom proud of me one day soon. I hope things are going well with you, and I hope to hear back from you soon. Love you and miss you, your most determined daughter, Mochi.
Alright, well met. Name's Voldero the Druid. Volley to my friends. Yous can call me Voldero though. Now, I may be done with my adventuring, but someone's got to keep the bright-eyed and bushy-tailed out of trouble. Just as long as I'm back in my stump in good time. What, you want more? Well, not much to tell really. Tried a whole heroics business a while back, and let's just say it didn't really work out so great for yours truly. Nowadays I prefer to work on my mushroom magic in peace and quiet, thank you. But I have a debt to pay, so I'm in.
Hello? Are you going this way too? Oh, gosh, I'm glad I caught up to you. You walk really fast. But did you know that everything has magic in it? Is it magic how you walk that fast? Is that what it is? Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Clarence, and I am an aspiring hero. Well, you see, magic school didn't quite work out for me. They have very specific ideas on magic, and I don't really quite agree with them. You see, I think the whole world is magical. Everything in it is magical, and even if you're not a magic user, I think that there's a little bit of magic inside each of us. And I know one day I'm gonna find that magic, and with my friends, we're gonna save the world. So, do you wanna sign up to be in my adventuring party?
Oh, hello. Come on in. The bakery is warm. My name is Marley. Oh dear, you look frozen to the bone. The cold has a way of doing that. Cutting right into your bones, I mean. Take a seat by the fire, and I'll see if I can find something to warm you up. We don't have much in the way of baked goods on hand these days, not with the way supplies are rationed, but, well, I've lived long enough and I know how to make ends meet. Here, take this acorn loaf that's still warm from the oven. I know it's not much, but in times like these, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that folks have to look out for one another. You can always count on old Marley to have your back. Oh, no, you keep your coin. You just get on home while that bread is still warm. And take care. It looks like the snows are starting up again.
So you wish to hear a story? I have a story. In the faraway world of Everden lies a vast forest nestled between the mountains and the sea. The Humblewood, a sprawling woodland realm made by the gods themselves, with titanic trees that can grow as tall as mountains and as wide as cities. And the beings that inhabit this forest are unique as well. Beasts that can grow to enormous sizes, nature spirits of elemental fury, and a people known by fur and feather. The humble folk. But in this ancient and magical place, all beings hum with an endless song, the great rhythm of life and death, and above all else, balance. But balance is such a fragile thing. When the snows started early, little concern was given. Some years had short autumns. Perhaps the storm god Altus had flapped his wings too hard and sent an early frost. The hearths were stoked, the children were bundled, and the food stores were open so that none was left hungry. But long after spring should have arrived, the snows remained, and with each day, week, month, year of growing disquiet, the rime endured. It has been 5 years, and the hearths have gone cold, the children are shivering, and the food stores, as well as many bellies, are left empty. Yet there is hope. Not in the place anyone would think to look for it, no. Hope often arrives in the most unexpected ways. That flicker of light in the cold dark. A group of ordinary folk bound by fate, friendship, and the call to do what is right. This is the tale of those unlikely adventurers who fought to achieve the impossible. The tale of how everyday people can rise to become heroes that save their world. This is their story. This is your story. This is Humblewood, the Unwelcome Winter. Honored, humble friends, and welcome back to Humblewood, the Unwelcome Winter. I am Derek Sword. I am your GM for this game. I use he, him pronouns. Welcome, all of you, to a very special episode. I think that the culmination of at least one part of our dear friend Argus's storyline. Not the end, we hope. Before we get into all of that, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. I do want to say that this campaign is in support of Fauna and Flora International, which is a wonderful organization that these players have chosen to support for this game. It is a almost 100-year-old international organization that works to protect, preserve, conserve all of this world's plants and animals and the biomes in which they live. I will get a little bit more into how you can support them, how you can find more about them and their ongoing campaigns once we hit break. But I do want to say that because this is episode 10, we will be doing a giveaway, the final giveaway for a Fauna and Flora International article of clothing. The past two have been t-shirts. This one is a hoodie. It's just in time for the holiday season. Do be aware that we will be posting about that shortly. And to enter to enter in chat, you'll just have to enter a certain word, but to receive the item, I will need to collect your email so that you can get the right design and size. You actually get to pick that as well. So it's not just some random thing that Fauna and Floral threw at us. They are giving you the option to pick a design and a size as well. So you can also support this cause and impact this show by donating to Fauna and Flora International. Do be aware that donations are in British pounds, but should you hit certain goals like £5, 10, so on, you can do advantages, you can do crits, you can do complications, which are a little extra spiciness for the players, just to make things a little more fun and a little more difficult. Nothing to the point of like authoring a player character or anything like that, but just bumping up the AC of an enemy, adding a number of enemies, things like that. So before we do our recap, before we jump into it, I'm gonna have these lovely people say a little bit about themselves and where you can, or no, not where you can find them. We do that at the end. A little bit about themselves and their characters. And I forgot to keep the page up, so I forget who actually goes first. So I'm just gonna say Liz, because I know you're in the middle, and I'll go from there.
I am in the middle. Yes. Hi, friends. My name is Liz. I use she, they pronouns. Today I will be playing Marley, Marley Ambernest, your champion fighter, and Oath of the Eternal Flame Paladin. That's not weird at all. It's fine. Everything's great. We haven't set anything on fire recently.
Yeah, that's might have to change that. We'll see.
We'll get there.
Yeah. I'm going to go back then to Anniek, and then we'll jump over to Pan. So, Anniek.
Hi, my name is Anniek. I go by she, they pronouns. Today I get to play Mochi. She goes by she, her pronouns. Also listens to various nicknames and curse words. Especially since she accidentally did a little schism. But what's a trickery cleric for?
What is a
A piece
trickery
for half.
cleric for? A piece for half. We'll find out. Pan. You're muted, bud.
Oh,
Hey, it's a tradition at this point.
I'm
You got
keeping
it.
so
Every
strong
time.
as well. Such a.
It's a good
Okay,
luck thing. You
Let's
know?
go again. All right.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Pan. I use he, they pronouns. I play Voldemort the Follower, the well, it's not a Mudpuck. He's a possum, and he's a possum druid. He is the grumpy but protective old man of the group, and he's looking forward to not getting the crap kicked out of him by a bunch of bandits today.
Absolutely. Yeah, fingers crossed. Last, absolutely not least, Christian.
Hello, my name is Christian, aka Fluffy Goomba, on several socials, mainly on TikTok and Twitch. I am a TTRPG performer and educator in the space. You can find all the projects that have been on my link tree, which is on my Twitter. It's a hoops and hollers kind of thing. But this afternoon, I am playing Argus Ironclaw, bandit prince, currently fighting his father. My pronouns are he, him, sorry, his.
Fantastic. Yes, this time of day, because you're accurate. It's night for Pan. It's night for Anniek. Yeah, this time of day, we've got a little father-son issue to wrap up. And Christian, since you have the recap, take it away.
Sure. After some time, stretching, talking with gods, cooking baked goods, laying to rest comrades, and contemplating their next move, the party leaves Mochi's observatory and heads to the south gate of the bandit fortress, which Argus explains is a post that's rarely approached, guarded by those lesser on the royal bandit totem pole. Argus leads the party to the jump, which used to just be a simple hop over two parts of a mountain, but has now turned into a precipitous drop into an abyss, with two planks of wood acting as a bridge. They all manage to get across in different manners, with Marley and Clarence showing off their hopping skills at the end. After they clear this first danger, the party reaches the gates of the bandit fortress. However, because they travel at night, the security is practically non-existent, thanks to all the magics at the party's disposal and the bandit hierarchy, let's say, as there are 6 main families, 4 that govern the cardinal directions, 2 that guard the heavens and the underground. The Dawnfall family is responsible for guarding the south, and well, they are looked down by all other 5 families, and the party sees why. They slip through the camp entrance, which is being led by Ferdinand Dawnfall, son of Lothar Dawnfall, the head of the Dawnfall family. They make it into the fortress proper, and instead of stealthing through, Argus decides it's time to reveal that they're here, and are immediately noticed as the entire camp descends armed for a fight, only to be met with the return of Ironclaw's prince. One that stands out to the party is Orvin Underknock, a badger, the head of the Underknock family. Argus and him have a bit of a spat, but he lets them through, stating that his father has business with him as well. Finally, father and son reunite, and after an argument over ideals, words fail. And as is bandit tradition, a fight is about to begin.
Fantastic. Very well done. Enjoy that inspiration. I'm sure you will make great use of it.
I made it.
Okay. Well, without any further ado, let's do this. Let's
How dare you?
I can't help myself. Okay. So before we jump right into combat, I am going to give you all, like, you get to go back to your corners, as it were. So you see that Killian steps away literally to the corner where he has a suit of armor kind of sitting on a rack. And you see that he begins to put that on as he kind of just waves to Argus to go back to all of you. This is the one chance. You all get one thing to do should you want to support Argus in this duel.
Ooh.
And this is a
okay.
great time this is actually a great time to roll for initiative. So I will get all of your initiative rolls, and then we will go in order to see what you would like to do, if anything, to boost your buddy.
Okay, so initiative first.
Yes.
Mochi is solidly distracted, and even with advantage, gets an 11.
Okay.
But do we get advantage?
No, my shield gives me advantage.
Oh, nice.
I have a sentinel shield.
I got a 14.
Nice.
Dirty 20 from me.
Okay.
Nice.
It's a solid 7. Yes. Bringing up the rear.
Great, means I can read my spells.
But you mentioned that we can do things to aid Argus prior, so I'd like to...
Yes. So I'm going to go down the line here.
Great,
and
cool.
yeah. And okay. And then I will put Clarence at the... I'll put Clarence right up at the top, just since Clarence is only doing advantage, so that way at the top of the order, there will be a floating help action to any of you.
Cool.
Okay. So Argus, I guess I'll start with you. Is there anything that you wanted to do to necessarily prepare for this duel?
Not really. He's just been looking around the room, looking at the different things, the different objects, the entryways. Like, where are the entryways in this room? Like, where
Yeah.
will people be
So
coming in
we
if
have...
they do come in?
Let's see here. Not roll 20 work for me. So there is a doorway right down here, the south.
Mm-hmm.
There's a doorway right there. There is also a separate doorway right here. There is... Let's see. And then one up at the north, just right above Mochi.
Here.
There's that one. And then I believe that's it for the room.
He would
Yes,
he would just go once he sees all the doors are, he would like look at everybody in the party and he'd go, "This fight is gonna get loud and messy, and it won't be a one-on-one. The doors around here will be flooding with bandits trying to prove themselves, get a cheap shot in. Be aware, be ready."
Don't worry, you can count on us.
I know I can.
Jack, can I ask, which door do we come in through?
So you were brought in. I didn't actually think this through because I just had this map. We can say that you were probably brought in through the southern door, and were probably wound around through this building a couple of times. Like it's not. It's kind of built like a fortress in the sense that there isn't a clear line like in or out. It's kind of built like a maze. Like you need to know your way in or out to get to the central area.
Right.
And a lot of the doors are heavier, have heavier locks on them, with this central, war room that you are currently in. So I will say, yeah, you probably came from the southern door, and yeah, we're probably wound around a little bit to get there.
Okay.
If I have to invent a door, I will, because I'm realizing how few doors are actually on this building.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, we know that the bandits were all behind us as we walked in, so if there's a choke point we can work with, but yeah, do what we're gonna do.
Right. Okay. So, Volderol, were there any spells or any other support type things, items? I mean, you can do like one thing here. So if you wanted to cast a
One
support spell,
thing?
if you wanted to
Okay.
give Volderol or give Argus an item, anything like that.
Cool. Yeah, if it's one thing, I'm gonna start off with a bless for Argus. I can do a bless for everybody. It's 3 creatures, so
cool.
I was gonna do Argus, but yeah, it's 3 creatures. So we all get a bless. I don't have anything I can really give them that'll be helpful, so that's me.
Okay. So bless is 1d4.
My eyes are killing me. Oh. Yeah, bless is it's a 1d4 on. Hang on. The Doctor speakers your choice within range. When they make an attack or saving throw for spell ends, so I can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to attack roll or saving throw.
Nice. That can
lasts
make
for
or
a
break
minute.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Mochi.
Mochi is going to take just that 5-foot step forward. How to touch Argus. Argus, you just be real light on your feet and don't let him get you down. And that's actually duplicate Mochi, but I can use her to deliver touch spells. So you're getting freedom of movement, which blah blah blah. Target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain. Spells, other magical effects can neither reduce your speed nor cause you to be paralyzed or restrained. You can spend 5 of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints such as manacles or a creature that has you grappled. So if you want to start wrestling, you're good. Finally, being underwater imposes no penalties on the target's movement. So, you know, if you do teleport into an underwater world, you're golden.
Good to know. You saw through my plan to get you all over to my other game. Okay. Anything else for you, Mochi?
5-foot step back, please. Maybe 10-foot step back.
Yeah, you all can
Duplicate
position
Mochi's-
yourself however you need to be.
Yeah, duplicate
sweet,
Mochi's
okay.
gonna head towards the other door bit as well.
Yeah, I would recommend
And
giving
regular,
Argus and his dad as much space as possible. But yes,
exactly.
you all can.
Well,
position
regular Mochi is actually at that door to the north.
Okay. Okay, so this was duplicate Mochi that used the spell. Okay, got it.
Yeah. And regular Mochi moved towards the door. She's waiting for the table to be flipped because it's about to, and then she's gonna start digging through shit.
Okay, regular modern Mochi. All right. Marley, anything that you wanted to do to support?
Unfortunately, all of the spells and goodies that I have are really for myself. I can't transfer them to anyone else. But I am going to hold on to my team tactics ability and attempt some distraction while the fight is going on at some point to confer an advantage. So.
Okay, I dig that. Okay, well, as you all get into position, you can see that Killian Ironcaw has addressed himself in plate mail. Half plate, I should say. This is kind of cobbled together in a decadent sort of way. You know, bandits have a tendency not to buy armor as much, but kind of claim whatever they can. And you can tell that that Killian has a set of armor that are trophies to him, that they are pieced together, where you can see that there's a little bit that you might recognize from Perch Guard armor. There's some that you might recognize even from something that the pirates might wear. You can see that there's different colors of banners, some that Argus would probably recognize as being colors of the other families, showing that your father has beaten members of the other families in duels. And he steps forward with his just, again, decadent maul. This thing has jewels encrusted in it. It has this heavy, massive, spiked head to it, like a hammer with spikes on either end, essentially. And he has it in both hands, and just is kind of like, you know, tossing it into one of his, just bouncing it back and forth as he's waiting for you, Argus, to step forward and be prepared for the challenge.
Argus walks up to the other side of the table, which is just stretching, just limbering up. He's got the party behind him. He's confident in that regard, and he's not staring at his father like he used to when they fought. He's staring at him with a new fire of determination, of purpose. So when he fought his father before, he didn't really have a purpose other than to get stronger. But now he's realized that he needs to get stronger for something or someone, not just himself.
And Killian just looks across at you. You ready to be put back in your place?
My place is freedom. And he just flips the table towards him.
Okay. Let's do this.
Oh man.
Argus, I will give you that as a surprise action, because even though Killian did roll higher than you, that you are initiating the fight. I will give that to you. So if you would like to flip that table, go for it.
Thank you. Well, good thing that was with advantage. Good lord. This is just using my normal bonuses. So that's an 8. So that's 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna use the bonus action to shatter that thing, to shatter and do full damage.
Okay, yeah.
As it's just Ray throws it up, and almost in like a blink of an action, he takes the hammer and just slams it against his form, and it just shatters the table on top of him.
Amazing. Shrapnel everywhere, the hammer kind of coming through the table. That's a fantastic image. What is damage for that?
I mean, what I don't know what damage is for a table.
Let's do. I think that's really cool, and you're doing the maul attack with it. So go ahead and do your maul attack, and add another. It's a D6, right? For your maul attack, is it 2d6?
Well, it's 2d6.
Okay, so go ahead and do 3d6 plus your.
Neat. What's my? So is that what's the max damage part? What's the because I don't roll for max damage because it's just max damage.
Oh, if you're doing max damage, okay, so that would be 18 plus your. Yeah.
Oh, 18 plus. So then that'd be 23 damage.
23. Okay. Yeah, so as if you would roll 6 on all 3 of them. So yeah, 18 in total. All right. Awesome. So yes, you all watch as Argus flips the table, grabbing his maul as he does, splinters it all around Killian, just shrapnel going everywhere, these fragmentations of this table splitting, all of the things that were on the table just absolutely going wild as if you're in bullet time. And Killian, as he's grabbing his hammer, you can see there's like in that last instant there is a little surprise that very quickly turns into just fury as he goes to respond with an attack. And the first thing that he is going to do is bring up his maul in response. He can't necessarily deflect your attack. He's going to take all that damage, but as you're kind of like coming down from the momentum of your movement, he is going to swing his maul at you. And that is going to be a 23.
Hits.
Okay. So he is going to do. Let me just get a dice roller here because he's got a number of.
Get a dice roller.
No.
How
No.
dare you?
Oh boy.
So he is going to do 12 points of bludgeoning damage to you. And then he is going to take one of his legendary actions right off of the bat to basically as he slams the maul into you, he's going to come back down and almost like with the head facing out, he's going to slam it on the floor twice. And he says, all right, if we're going to play it that way, that's fine. But I want you to know, you better win this. Or it's going to be your friends too. And at that, I am going to use my complication. It does seem like you all saw this coming. That's okay. I am going to...
Right away.
The doors are going to open on all sides. And entering are going to be 4 Corvum assassins.
Absolutely not.
Awesome.
So, Argus, you would know that... well, actually, Mochi...
outward?
Yeah, Mochi, I will give you a strength save in just a second here to see if you can hold this door against this Corvum assassin. Argus, you would know that it's kind of weird that like there's no Corvum bandit families, right? It's because the assassin family doesn't want to rule; they just want to kill. Their main vibe is just like they can get hired out. They don't want to be in charge because to be in charge is to be challenged, and they get to do exactly what they want just by getting hired out. So Mochi, if you want to give me a strength saving throw, these assassins aren't necessarily very strong, but they're going to try to open the door with their strength, and if you can meet or beat.
Dear DM, may we bargain?
Yes.
We all saw this
Please.
coming. Mochi would have seen this coming. Can Mochi instead make either a stealth or a perception to get out of the way of the door, to allow the door to barge open so her position is not compromised?
Nice.
Absolutely.
Let them in the room, kill them where they stand.
Yes, you can absolutely get out of the way. Getting out of the way is something you can do.
Absolutely get out of the way and let them come in here. Come on.
Okay.
Get in here. Get in the kill zone.
Please
They're going-
step into my kill box. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Horrifying. Wonderful.
Yo, Rorschach Mochi.
It's great.
Okay, so let's see. I will consider that command ally just to have them enter the room. I'm not going to have them also attack on this turn, but I will insert their turn directly after. Actually, I'll just roll for them. While we're doing that, Argus, it is your regular turn. So, what would you like to do for that?
I'm gonna. He strikes me and then slams the hammer down twice. And says, "I better not lose. My friends are next." Your assassin should worry about my friends. As he goes to swing the hammer proper and just try to uppercut his father with the hammer. It just lift him in the air as he just like picks it up. And I will use my inspiration. I will roll first, and then we'll see.
You got it.
I just use my inspiration. Yeah. 23 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah,
And that is.
Sorry, I'll be right back. I just got to get my eyes.
yeah, you're good.
Go ahead. That's 14 damage to hit.
Okay.
Next attack. As he's lifting him up in the air, he quickly spins the hammer, repositions it, and just goes to slam him back down on the ground. It's just a nice full moon rotation. Slam him down on him.
Dang. Okay.
That is.
Yeah, go for it.
That's I'm gonna use my inspiration. That was a 10. So we'll roll it again. That is a 19 to hit.
19 just hits. Yeah, we have an
Oh,
AC of 18.
Whoa.
AC of 18 with that plate. So yeah.
And that is 12 to hit. And you know
Okay.
what? You know what? Let's get fun. Let's get nuts. You wanna get nuts? Let's get nuts. I'm gonna Accent Surge.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Do it.
I'm gonna go from down, and I'm
Get
gonna pull the hammer all the way to the base, and then just strike him in the center with it.
Go for it.
Yeah. That's a lot of dice. That's cool. That's another 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is 12 more damage. And then this last hit. Can I take the auto crit, guys? Can I take the auto crit? Would that be cool with y'all?
I think now's a good time.
I think now's a good time.
100% you can have that auto crit.
Thank you. So I'm gonna auto crit with that, and I'm gonna roll this crit damage as he hits him in the gut, and then just Superman punches, still holding the base of it. Superman punches and cracks him across the temple with it.
Oh.
Ooh, that's 21 bludgeoning damage, and because I crit, all attack rolls against him have advantage until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Cool. So you have essentially dented the breastplate of this Strig, your father. Typically, what I like to do for crits, especially if you're going to use a crit, is you can also inflict a condition. So if you would like to knock him prone, if you would like to attempt to stun, anything like that, if you want to like half movement, and anything like kind of within that realm, if you would like to impact some or inflict something like that, go for it.
Is he wearing a helmet?
He is not. He is not wearing a helmet.
Okay. Then I'll say. Because I was gonna say blinded, or
You could do blinded. You hit him right in the temple. You could say that.
I'll say blinded then.
Okay. All right. Blinded on his next turn. Then, it is now the assassin's turns, and we have 4 of them. We have. I'm sorry, Argus. Did you have something else?
I was moving Argus up on the map to make.
Okay, cool. You got it. Cool. So assassins. So let's see. We have Marley. We have Volderol. Mochi, you're hidden, right? Your regular Mochi is hidden. Okay. So they don't necessarily
Invisible.
see. Yeah, they don't see you. So they are going to go running across the room. If you would like to get an opportunity attack, we can start there. But I leave that to you because that also might reveal your location.
Pass.
Okay.
I want to stay hidden.
Okay. I'm going to get the Corvum just right up here. And then let's see. Both Volderol and Mochi haven't gone yet, so I am going to use their Assassinate feature, which gives them advantage on their attack and also gives them then their sneak attack for that. So, okay.
Neat.
Love it. Good.
Neato.
I'm so glad I'm not here.
So against Marley, that is a 13 plus, what is their plus 3. So that's only a 16. Does that hit Marley?
It does not.
Okay. For Volderol, that is a nat 20. So Volderol, you're going to take, let's see.
I use silvery barbs through my duplicate, please, because I had a long rest.
Yes. Yes, you should be able to do that.
Oh, nice.
Then I will silvery barb that natural 20 against my favorite possum.
Okay, so that's a 17 then.
A 17? That would hit, but I'm going to cast Spiny Shield and not my
Okay.
AC.
Okay, so it is your AC, or
Teamwork.
it is...
It would have hit my AC, but Spiny Shield gives me the oh, it's not like shield. The power reduces the damage. Oh, damn! I put this in the foot with like shield. In that case, I still take damage, and I'll see what happens.
Okay, so it's going to be 4d6 plus 3.
Ouch.
So Volderol, you're going to take 21 points of slashing damage with
Cool.
the first attack. you're going to take. So that's with the short sword.
Mhm.
And Marley, since two were facing off against you, I'm gonna get another one to attack you then. And then Volderol, you will also take. I don't think this is gonna be a ton. Just what is that? 7 points of piercing damage from the dagger as that comes at you as well. And I will need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Yeah, I got my breath up. Ugh. Con save. There we go. That is 19.
19 does succeed, and with that, you are only going to take. You are not poisoned. However, you will take. What is that? 6 points of poison damage.
I am resistant to poison.
Okay, so you will take 3 then.
Cool. So how much was it altogether?
Great question. I kind of lost track.
I'm gonna roll my shield to see what I got off that.
Okay. I think it was. What was that? That was 7. That was 10, and then that was. I think I said 21. So I'm gonna say 31 in total.
Yikes. Okay. Well, I defend myself from 8. 10 damage. I'm gonna cast at second level.
And then Marley, I will get the other attack on you, which is a 17 plus 3.
No.
20 doesn't hit?
No, it does. I just don't like it.
Okay. Okay, so I will try to do a better job about adding all of this up then. So we're going to do 46 plus 3 plus 1d4 plus 3. Okay. And I'll need a con save from you as well.
No.
Don't forget you've got a D4 of bless.
Yes, thank you. That's a 19 on the save.
Okay, so you also saved. So you got 16, 19, and then 22, and then 20,
first hit.
28 points of damage to you, and that is split up between poison, it's split up between
Sure.
piercing, slashing, and some sneak attack stuff in there.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a lot. They can do a lot on their first turn, a little
Yeah.
bit less after that. However, they will get advantage because we are using flanking rules, so at least on Marley. So do be aware of that for your next turn. And we are now to Volderol.
Okay. Damn, that was such a hefty hit. I'm gonna. So. Oh, there's too many of these guys around. I'm just gonna wild shape into an owlbear.
Okay.
Like, I was gonna do something smart, but I'm like, no, I just need to be big and strong here. So Voldo steps back and starts to bubble with mushrooms as they cover his body, fitting out to form the form of an owlbear. And I got owlbear stats right here, so that's good. And then I'm gonna. I think I have to take this guy in front of me. Actually, I get 2 attacks. Alright, so it's
Volderol, I will make you large.
large. I'm also large, guys.
I love it.
All right, so the first one is 16 to hit.
I'm muting myself for some reason. 16 absolutely hits. Yes.
Great. Yeah, I'm gonna take a chunk out of this guy. I'll just roll both the hits first and see what's up.
Go for
And
it.
the second one is 14 to hit.
14 does hit. 14 is
Oh,
the AC.
sick. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God. All right, cool. So these 2 guys are gonna get a Faith of Owlbear. First is the claw attack, which is on a different sheet. I'm looking at 2 different places. 2d8 plus 5. Sorry, I gotta do this twice because I don't have it on my sheet.
Are you good?
Okay, so first one is 11 damage.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna chomp into this guy for another 2. That's my bite attack. 1d10 plus 5. That is 12 damage.
Okay. And you're doing these on two different, like there's 11 damage on one, 12 damage on the other, or are you doing the same?
I mean, I start by biting into this guy right behind me here. I'll put a normal
Okay.
mark on him. This dude here right behind me, he's getting bitten.
Okay.
If he's not down, I'll just do it again. I'll have to put it on.
He is not down with that, but
Cool.
that is
Yeah.
pretty significant.
It's a claw and a bite. I'm just gonna tear into this dude.
Okay. All right, so both attacks are going to be on the one behind you. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that is okay. That one's looking pretty rough, but is still standing at the end of that turn. Anything else for your turn?
I'm gonna place myself. I can't really get between these guys here. 'Cause I'm large now, so I guess that's all I can do. I'll just make sure they can't get to August in case they want to try anything sneaky.
With that, then we are to Mochi.
Can I, with duplicate Mochi, cast Spirit Guardians?
Yeah.
Excluding all of my party. I'm a little torn. Would Argus be cool with me Spirit Guarding his dad? Or should we just exclude him as well?
Fucking go for it, you know?
Alright, exclude only my own party.
Okay.
So I have 15 feet around duplicate Mochi. Any number of creatures. So obviously, they're all dancing raccoons. They're gorgeous. They're plump. They're round. They do little cartwheels. It's beautiful. Affected creature speed is half in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time or starts its turn there, must make a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, they take damage.
Okay, so 15 feet around Mochi. Let's see if I can make some dancing raccoons.
Sorry.
That's a pretty big circle too.
Yeah, that's why I
Okay.
needed Mochi. That's why I needed duplicate Mochi to be over there somewhere.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. And how many are there? I'm sorry.
It's just an area effect, so
It's just an
however
area
many-
effect. Okay, so I will
Yeah,
just
it's
I will
like
make a
the
circle
pink
instead.
elephants in Dumbo kind of stuff.
Got it. Okay. So 15-foot circle, then I can do that. And while I am doing that, is there anything else for your turn?
Yes, regular Mochi would like to scuttle towards the most interesting looking pile of objects and papers and start looking through everything with her little raccoon hands. I want to know more about her, and I want to know more about the items, everything in all caps, obviously.
Okay. Mochi, go ahead and give me an investigation check as you are searching through things.
Don't suppose I can trick you into giving me perception.
Very good. Let's do this. 5,
Okay,
10.
well, that's your natural 20 plus 0
Oh.
because it's intelligence based.
Hey.
I am not smart.
20's good though. 20's 20.
20's good.
20's a 20.
Okay, Mochi, what you find is there are a number of papers, there are a number of maps that you are finding. Again, blueprints are tossed around in here. You are finding blueprints of the avium, which kind of show exactly what you all discovered before, the infiltration path to actually get into the avium, what item to steal, all the descriptions of it laid out in very like notable detail. Like a person would have had to plan all of this out. There wasn't any like contingency. This was plan A and it went exactly to plan. You kind of like you know all of that. But with a 20, when you're like scavenging, just rummaging through everything, you find a small box with a latch on it. It actually does have a lock on it. But you do note that it bears the symbol of the Alderheart Council. So I will give you that. And I will note that there are some maps of the Alder Heart as well.
Done.
My turn tucking that box safely away.
Okay.
Maps are fun, but that box feels big.
Yeah, we're talking like, I mean, that big. You can feel there are things rattling inside.
But
so this would be easy enough to put in your bag.
It feels big, like emotionally heavy.
Also true, but also she's invisible, so at least nobody sees the stupid shimmies it has to do to get this, like, put away. No one sees the raccoon doing the I'm too fat for these jeans dance. Thank God. Thank you, Hath. No one...
Yeah, Hath is just like, I saw the whole thing.
Oh, no.
Marley, it is your turn.
It surely is. Yep. Okay. I am gonna start by using my bonus action to channel divinity and use my torchbearer ability. So my sword turns into a glowing, flaming sword.
Ooh.
Yeah, it emits bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for another 20 feet. I don't know if that would affect these assassins, if they would be temporarily blinded or anything like that, since they are so close to me. But it also allows my weapon to become magical for the duration of the spell, so that's nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, so we get fire damage on this attack. So we're gonna start with this guy here right next to me.
Is this guy still up, even with Mochi's
Stabby
guardians?
Oh, I'm sorry, did Mochi stab? I did not.
No, I didn't stab anyone. They won't take damage from the Spirit Guardians until the start of their turn.
Oh, gotcha.
Because they haven't entered my area yet, technically. So
gotcha.
Start of their turn, they'll start taking damage.
That's a nat 20, but it's 27 to hit, technically. Okay, so you said either, what is it, max? I hardly ever do crits, so what is that?
Yeah, it's double the dice or double the damage. That is up to you. See, my brain keeps telling me that circle is way too big, but that is correct. Okay.
Yeah.
That's sizable.
Chunky.
I said they were more than welcome to join us in this room.
Yeah. We love a cleric with spirit guardians.
Both in D&D and in Baldur's Gate.
It's so good.
Oh, they're so good at Baldur's Gate.
Sorry, math.
You're all good.
Math is good when this comes.
I just have Google do all my math. You know.
Yeah.
So
that's 20 fire damage.
20 fire damage. Is that to the one to your direct south or to your
Yes,
southwest? Okay, direct south. Okay. 20 fire damage. Looking real rough.
Good. And we're gonna action surge and hopefully do it again.
Okay.
Okay. That is definitely not gonna hit. Not even close. Well, that's a 10.
10 does not hit.
Want to use one of those re-rolls? Because I think you have a.
Oh, you know what? That's a really good point, actually.
Didn't you just say you just?
I literally.
You've been hoarding your rerolls.
I have been hoarding them, so yeah.
And you're remembering bless, right? Are blessed.
Yeah, you've got 1d4 for bless.
Do you only get to use it once? I thought you only get to use it.
No, bless is as long
you can use
as
it for a
Volvo
minute.
stays up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's maintained for a minute. A D4 wouldn't have gotten to their Actually, wait. I think it would have. If you roll a 4, it would have.
Get a 4.
If you roll a 4, it would hit.
Get a 4.
I did not roll a 4.
All right, you can use your advantage.
Worth a try.
God, why is math? I'm gonna use that plus. 16 to hit.
16 hits. Yeah.
not quite as nice. 6, 7, 13 fire damage.
13 points of fire damage.
Yes.
Marley, how do you off this assassin?
Oh, just
Yeah, get 'em.
like we're straight through the heart. Just I want it quick and done and over. Like,
Instantly cauterized too. handy.
moving on to the next piece. Let's go.
Okay. Cauterized is horrifying.
Mhm.
Like that's some lightsaber
That's
bullshit.
great.
It's like
That's-
a good old lightsabers.
yeah.
It
Break
means
through,
we don't
nice
have to
and
do
neat.
nearly as much like cleaning up the floors when we take this place over.
Right.
Yeah, it definitely fits the Humblewood motto. No body, no blood.
Nobody, no
crime.
crime,
Yeah.
no product.
Yeah, you're not
Okay.
leaving
No
any
blood,
No blood, no
evidence.
blood, no climb.
That's
Keeps getting longer. I love it.
Yeah.
oh, wonderful, terrible, fantastic. Okay, we are back to top of the order with Killian Ironcaw. Killian, let's
Has to make a
see.
wisdom saving throw.
Does he? Is he in the?
Oh no, he's out of it. No, that's
Yeah,
fair.
he's out of it. Yeah.
He's blinded, so he's.
he is
He's
blinded.
blinded. That was it.
So let's see. For this, he's going to take his attack. I'm going to use one of my advantages because I also have been hoarding them. So I'm going to do a flat roll then.
Think about the story. How dare you do this?
Oh, I'm thinking about it. So that is a dirty 20 to hit, and then he is going to do. So literally just kind of swinging wildly. I feel like he almost has like an arm out and comes into contact with like your shoulder, and there's this little like very unsettling smile that comes across his beaked owl face, and he goes to just bring the hammer down on you, and then he is going to do. Was that so 16 points bludgeoning damage, and then I think he is going to use one of the you will watch as one of the gems on the mall kind of ignites a little bit, and he is going to cast it towards where he remembers your group to be. He is not necessarily trying to target any of you, but there is a power to this mall that it does not require a line of sight. And he is going to use. Let's see here. What is the save on this? DC 16. Okay. Marley, I will need a DC 16 charisma saving throw from you.
Oh, so that's my strongest. That's my strongest ability. What are you talking about? This is great.
Less
This is
also
gonna
counts
be...
for the saving throw.
Yes.
It does.
Don't forget your D4.
That is a 23.
Fantastic.
Total.
You are successful as he tries to use his Mull of Thrones command to banish you.
Oh my days.
Oh wow! What a time! Oh my gosh!
What a bastard.
Good save, Marley. Good save.
Whew.
That is it for his turn. And we are now to... And also remember that Clarence is still providing advantage. That's just a floating one if anyone needs it. Argus, it is your turn.
Clarence have counterspell?
Clarence isn't here.
Clarence,
Yeah.
come on!
Use those resources.
Clarence is just sitting there over on their Switch, just like, I'll help.
Give him the 1, 2.
Give him the old one.
Yeah.
Two.
Give him
The old
1,
something.
2, and a 3, 4.
And a 3, 4.
Stardew
and a
Valley.
5, 6. Stardew Valley. 22 to hit as he gets slammed on, sees him lift the hammer and kind of cast the spell. Have I seen him try to cast spells before?
I think that there's been, like, that there's a magical quality to this mall. Like, this is the sign of your family's, like, prominence. It is an item of heraldry that the head of the Ironcaw family has wielded this mall, which is also why you learned, why he really wanted to insist on you learning the mall as well. Maybe that's not the weapon of choice Argus really wanted as a kid. Maybe he really wanted to play trumpet, and he was like, no, you're playing tuba. So that the magic is not necessarily stemming from him. The magic is coming from this item.
Right, and like he lifts the hammer up to like cast from the hammer. Like what is his position as he like lifts it up to like?
He kind of he points it, almost like you would point a wand. So he's kind of gripping the hammer near its head, and that's where he will direct. There's different types of magic because there's different gemstones inlaid, and you know that each of the gemstones kind of conducts a different type of magic.
Gotcha.
So you have seen him. Give me a history check, and we'll see if you know what kind of spells he might have in his possession through this.
History? Ooh, so it's a 16 on the die. History is 17.
17, pretty good. You have seen him tell others what to do, simple word commands that they have almost like against, not necessarily fully against their will, but almost like robotically carried out. This is the command spell. You have seen him pull information from people, the zone of truth. And you just saw him attempt a banishment. And you have absolutely seen him try to control the will of others through dominate person.
Okay, all right. I think
don't like him.
Don't like him. Don't like that hammer. I think just like seeing him focus on someone else infuriates Argus, and he's just like, focus on me, old man. And he fucking goes for his side, his kidney, to just bring the hammer as hard as he can to bring him back to fighting him, so he doesn't have to worry about him using spells against his friends, trying to banish them or even control them.
Okay.
And I will roll to hit him.
Yeah.
That is I'm also blessed, so that is I needed that. That's a 19 total.
19 does it, yeah. Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. And that is 14 bludgeoning.
Very nice.
And then second attack. That's 18 on the die.
It does it. Meter beat.
Meter
Nice.
beat. So that is 11 to hit, or 11 damage rather.
Yep.
And he's just hammering, like you're just trying to drive him or break him in half. Knock the wind out of him, knock the organs out of him, knock anything he can out of him, especially the fight.
All right. I think he's going to use his last legendary action with that then, is just like the fury of Argus is just, I mean, you're hammering in the armor around him. You know it's going to be harder to get off, as you can even see like some of the impact is driving into his skin. Like you're a owl can opener at this point. And he goes to catch your hammer with his claw, not to negate any attacks or anything, but then just kind of grabs you by the scruff of whatever your armor is, or just kind of like right about the neck. And he says, "Son, you've got a lot of anger, and it seems like you forgot to fear me." And you actually see this come through his eyes, this trick he's done to others before, this kind of family trait that the patriarch of the Ironclaw family can do as he tries to frighten you. This is him literally conveying the fear spell. So this is a DC 16 wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. I rolled a total of 14, but I have bless.
You have bless.
I have bless, and we will roll it. That is a 4, so that's 18 total.
So you succeed. You are not frightened, and he can see that in your eyes as just for maybe just a moment, the like pupils dilate and you go to break, but your mind formats itself and stands ardently against him, and you meet his gaze.
I think for the first
Stalwart.
time.
Yeah. And you are not afraid. And you can see that it almost backfires a little bit, that there's a little bit of worry in his eyes, that like the brow furrows a little bit more as to like, why didn't this work? Is there anything else for your turn?
That is it for my turn. I'm standing right in front of him, staying right there. Hammer
Fantastic.
just heavily gripped. More confidence in his eyes as he notices the a small twinge of uncertainty in his father.
Fantastic. It's now the assassin's turns. Marley, you were going to take one of the assassin's attacks. So that is going to be a 21 to hit.
What?
And
Can they make saving throws first, please?
you're right. You're absolutely right. Anniek.
They might take a few d8 damage.
Yes, that might take out one of them.
It might.
What is the saving throw?
Wisdom.
Okay.
DC, what's my actual DC and my strict saving spell? 16.
16. Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna use how many? Eva, I don't remember how many advantages I use. So let me know if I'm digging into a pool that I don't have.
Eva.
Just tell me I don't have any more. Either way, I failed. Failed miserably. So, Anniek, give me that. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I'm pretty sure I'm not technically evil yet, so it's radiant damage.
Yet.
I'm not evil yet.
I'm a realist. 21 points of radiant damage.
Hell yeah.
21 points to all of them?
Yes.
To those who
everybody gets 20.
Everyone that failed.
Good lord.
If they save,
Glorious. Glorious.
Well,
yeah, no complaints here.
Okay.
All right then.
Alrighty then.
Never mind on that attack to
Why
Marley.
did I let her play a card?
Well, that's all right then.
Anniek, would you like to describe how one of these goes down? How one of your dancing raccoons kills an assassin?
Oh yes. The raccoon is oddly roughly a quarter of an assassin sized. Takes him into a little dance, and during the spin, takes his own blade and just slices it with radiant damage.
Oh my god.
I love that.
Hey.
It's the raccoon
Horrible.
version of stop hitting yourself.
Oh,
I guess
Stop
so.
hitting yourself.
Stop stabbing yourself. Stop killing.
Stop stabbing yourself.
Stop.
Hey, stop stabbing yourself.
Why would you do that? That's so sad.
Get in their arm.
So weird. Okay. With the two left that are both looking incredibly rough right now, they are going to take their attacks on Owlbear Volderol. And because you were flanked, they both got advantage, which also means they're going to get their stealth attack. So one of them got a 21 to hit, the other one got a 17. I believe both beat in
Both
Owlbear's
hit.
AC.
Yeah, Owlbear's AC is 13, so yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do 4d6 plus 3, and then plus a 1d4 plus 3.
Love it.
So let's just do 8d6 plus 6, just to make that easy. So that is 31, and then 31 plus 6. So 37 points
damage.
Yeah, and then I will also need the con save.
Yep.
From you.
I'll just do the damage real quick. 37. Oh, ouch. And then the con save. 16.
Okay, so you do succeed on that. You only take an additional 3 points of poison damage.
Love it. I mean, I don't love it, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, really, I could do more.
You're resistant. Does it make it 1 point of poison damage?
Yeah, I think we'll just make it one. Are you resistant in wild shape? I'm curious. That's
Ooh.
probably it's all words have left my brain. It's a class skill, right? It's yeah. You do retain that, so yes, you would only take one additional 1 point of poison damage from that. And that is it for my poor assassins, who I nerfed to their deaths.
Oh yeah, your poor assassin.
Oh, you made a mistake.
My poor boys, I named them all.
You named them all?
That's where you went wrong.
Yeah.
You named them all? Like,
yeah, when you name something, then you care about it.
They're just named after the Ninja Turtles. It's fine. You'll never know. Volderol, it is your turn.
Oh, I'm about to absolutely mess with Donatello's day. I'm going to take a
Do it.
big old chunk. Of the two flanking me, which one looks like worse off?
They are equivalently terrible.
Cool. Then I'm going to
They've
go
both taken the equal amount of damage.
Nice. Okay, I'll swing around. I'm going to take out the guy behind me with a big old... I got 2 attacks there. First one is a 12.
Okay. In damage or attack?
Attack.
12 does not hit.
Okay. Second one is a 17.
17 does. AC of 14.
Right.
Yep.
Sweet. Take that. Take that, you blackguard. I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's my claw attack. So that'll be 14 damage.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and tell me how you take. They have 9 damage each, so 14 damage takes this one out. How are you offering this one as an owlbear?
Oh, you know what? I said claw, but I'm gonna use it as a bite attack because the last thing this guy sees is just this huge, weirdly sharp mushroom maw open and then just like cloves over the top of his head. And I think yeah, you guys should see half an assassin.
Okay. Well, you all just watched your friend eat a guy, so.
And
We'll
because
have to
it's
deal
not
with that
like
later.
it's not an actual bear, it's a marshmallow bear. It opens in a weirdly unnatural way. Just the front kind of opens the teeth, and just fully consuming this guy.
That's very annihilation. That's horrible.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Volderol, anything else for your turn?
I can't do much else. I'm gonna. No, I'm just gonna stay here. Make sure this guy can't get anywhere. Can't get past me.
Okay. With that, then we are to Mochi.
There's a box. It's uncomfortable, but I need it. There's a lot of maps that are duly noted but not collected. When Clarence told us about the chalice, he made it sound like it was like my size, so that's not gonna be in a box. The maps are all great. Gonna start looking for more information about her, just in case Argus does beat his dad to death and his corpse won't talk.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Please can it be perception?
You know what? It can be perception if you are looking around for this. You are looking for something very specific.
I need to know the other area to go.
That's fine.
I can't really go near the main desk. There's 2 giant owls trying to bash each other's brains in. I can't go to the.
Yeah, not
area.
ideal to go near them for sure.
Yeah, so I'm looking for the next area to scour. I'm gonna use an advantage because that's 1.
Oh.
Do better. 22. Math is hard.
Math is hard.
15 and
Okay.
7. I think that makes 22.
Okay. Yes, I think with the 22, as you were looking around, kind of like flipping through all the papers, there's a lot of wanted posters in here. You kind of see that there's like a wall of them that's almost like a recruiting sort of deal. Like you almost get that there's like a hierarchy to who's moving up. So there's a lot of that kind of paperwork that you don't really find overly important right now. As you were going along, you do find other letters, which kind of have all been stacked and with a knife kind of sliced through them. Like these are all in the same collection bin. These all are waiting to be shredded. And you do find, I'm going to say, some of the more legible correspondences that are signed CS and seem to involve, like, you can read through the heist lingo, at least. Like, you don't know Thieves' Cant, but this is not somebody who knows Thieves' Cant who is writing this. This is somebody who is trying to obfuscate their language. But like you have gone through the steps, you have walked the same steps that they have to figure out the puzzle pieces and put them together. And they are at least, again, signing it CS, and there is a certain script to it that this is not just a person who is literate, this is a person who is well trained in writing. If that makes sense. This is a person of affluence, I think is what I'm going to
I think I've been around those people enough to slot them into correct clerical order. Okay, I'm going to use the rest of Mochi's movements. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I can do that. Clarence! Hide these! And just put them away somewhere. I'm going to hand them off to Clarence. That's mine.
Okay.
Like, I don't have room anymore anywhere. Yeah. Also, Clarence is smarter than I am, and I will only say this because Shadow isn't here to mock me for it.
Clarence opens a bag that just has like loose food in it. It's like gum at the
In they
bottom.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gosh.
stuff them in there. And I think second mochi is do any of my friends look like they desperately need me to heal? Or can I just pretty good? I'm looking up
Give it
holding a
this
stack of
next
papers
round,
and
we'll
going,
see.
Everyone's good? Everyone's good? Perfect. In the bag, and I'll stay there, and then I'll keep looking next turn.
Okay. I'm also realizing that I've been doing half the attacks that Killian should have been doing, but it's all good. It's all, two attacks. I was like, why is he making so few attacks? But the Warlord stat block is written weird so that multi-attack is not in the same area. It's all good.
Okay.
I will do all of those attacks on his next turn.
What do you mean?
And we'll see if he even hits on them.
What are we doing here?
Wait, all of his
What?
attacks?
What?
The ones you forgot?
Yeah, those, yeah.
Was it like lag? Like
Yeah, he's just like, oh yeah, it's just like, oh, you got an action surge.
like
Yes,
he's gonna tap me and it's gonna be like, is that what I'm understanding? Okay, fine.
Considering the fact
Demon
that-
speed.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
Considering
those
that-
heals in a minute. I'm gonna need
Yeah,
those
did
heals
he
in a
break
minute.
Yeah,
demons
I'll save the heals. I was gonna ask, since Daddy Dearest isn't in my Spirit Guardians,
Correct.
can I? Oh no, I shouldn't. I'll become visible. No, I'm gonna stay invisible until I need to heal.
Okay.
I don't need people to know I'm actually here. No.
Fair
Scratch
enough.
that. Stay hidden.
Okay. Marley, it is your turn.
We're gonna make a 5-foot step over here, and we're just gonna attack this assassin. Get rid of them. Hopefully. Anyway, I guess we'll see how this works. We're gonna use another one of those advantages because
Oh no.
that was a 1.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're not doing
Never
that
feel bad
today.
about getting it in, taking one for a 1.
That's better. 25. 25 to hit.
Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
Ugh, God, garbage. It's 9. It's 9 fire damage.
9 is exactly what you needed. They had 9 hit points left. I said that earlier.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier. Get him.
Marley, are we also cauterizing a strike to the heart?
Yep, just same thing. Just drop him on the floor. Step
All right.
over and move on.
They are absolutely dropped. Is there anything else for your turn?
I am actually going to use my second wind. I'm going to use my second wind for myself.
Okay.
Obviously, because I can't share that with anybody else. Okay, so I get 8 points back.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. That'll
Cool.
do it.
There we go.
All right.
There we go.
So, Argus, I owed you, in addition to this turn, 5 attacks.
It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
In addition, so that's 6 total. All right.
No, I'm sorry. With
okay.
this turn included, 5 attacks in total. So,
Okay, go for it.
only hit on 4. And with all the damage, it's 70 points of bludgeoning damage.
70 points.
70 points.
Oh.
So I apologize for not doing that earlier. I apologize for collecting it. I promise I will do the same if you ever forget something on your turn, because shit happens. We all have a lot to manage. That is his main turn. He does not have any legendary actions. However, he does have a bonus action. And as he sees that you are basically, whooping his ass pretty sufficiently, you've got a lot of guts to you. Showing up the old man like this. He is going to
You got guts, kid.
Yeah, you got guts, kid. You got guts coming here.
Guts, let me paint the walls with them.
Yeah.
Seeing Marley, because the blind condition only lasted for that one round, so he does see that Marley has been pretty hard at the has been going pretty hard at the assassins. Marley, I will get a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw from you.
Yep, old Marley.
Oh, language, pardon me. Okay. You said wisdom?
Wisdom, please.
Yeah, it was a 16 on the die, so that's 18 with bless.
Fantastic. You are not dominated.
Great, because I have a sneaking suspicion that my quote-unquote patron would not take kindly to that. He might
Wouldn't be
kinda
hot about
mad.
it.
He might be kind
Yeah.
of mad.
Pun intended. That is it for Killian's turn. And again, a sense of frustration as another one of the gems illuminates and then just kind of flickers out as he attempts to cast this. With that, it is Argus's turn.
I'm at 1 HP.
Holy
damn.
shoot.
I'm at 1 HP.
Honestly, I'm incredibly surprised that you were upright, period.
I am
honestly.
impressed that you were upright.
Yeah.
I would have been dying.
Yeah.
Mochi, you did say you were holding an action to heal. Is this something you would like to do?
Yes.
Okay.
I would love to. I'm holding Prayer of Healing.
That would trigger, I think, your held action.
I
So
think,
if you would like to
as soon
heal
as
Argus.
Argus gets beaten to within a hit point of his life, I think that would trigger. Instant cast. Mochi becomes visible because the duplicate is holding Spirit Guardians. 6 living creatures, so I'm just gonna pick only my party. Everyone else can get bent. And I will roll the healing and hope I roll decently. I need at least one more D8. Here it is. Oh, that's double 8s. Oh, Hath likes Argus. I think Hath likes Argus. That's the only way I'm rolling like this. Plus.
Wait, did you say 70?
Hold on.
You said
Yes,
70,
there's
right?
yeah.
Oh, I was down then.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no, it's 27.
I was down at that moment.
Okay.
A solid
So
27
with
to everyone at this point.
okay.
But
So I
I'm
will
also
say that-
getting Marley full the roll. I don't think Clarence needs it, but they just feel a nice warm glow.
So Argus does not go down because in that moment when the maul strikes, it kicks in Mochi's ability, so you get that 27 just to bring you right back.
Yeah.
So
And I think how did what's his last hit? What do you think his last hit would be in that barrage of just
the last hit was, let's see. So he rolled like it was literally 6 points of damage as the last hit kind of came down. So it's just, to total all of this up, he's like, all right, I put up with this for long enough. You had your fun. I'm done playing. And he goes to sweep up, catches you under the chin, which kind of knocks you back. And as he doesn't let you fall back. He grabs you again, pulls you in, catches you on the temple. He taught you that move. Goes to let you swing down, uses your momentum, smacks you up again. He's almost just like batting you around the room, but not using the momentum to pull you back into the hits just as much. You're a big guy, and he's using your weight just as much as the weight of the hammer, just to collide with one another. And I guess he hits me in that last one and starts letting me fall. And I think Argus does go unconscious for like a blink. For a moment, and then he sees who he wants to protect, who he loves. He sees her. He sees her wants, her love of adventure, and how it's been tarnished and destroyed by his father. And that rage snaps him back awake at the same time as Mochi's healing, as he tumbles backwards and then leapfrog launches, roaring, blood is spurting from all directions
Oh.
as he just just home run swings in the center mass in the chest, to let him have it, let him not win, not this time, never again, not again, at least against Tim, as he just erupts and tries to strike him center of the chest. Gotta hit. That's 23 to hit.
Oh,
That'll
shit.
hit. Yeah.
And then that is 12 damage. And then yes, the resounding. It's so powerful. It hits both the back and the front because we love a nice dramatic anime moment. We're gonna go blessed with that. That's 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 14 damage.
Oh.
And as he's roaring, I'm also gonna second wind. Because good lord.
You watch as you powerhouse back into your father with your maul, blood spitting out of his mouth. You can see that like one of his eyes is almost bruised closed at this point. The armor is just battered to pieces. Bits of it have fallen off. There are parts that are torn. The some of the cloth that can be seen is thoroughly stained with blood. Whether it's yours or his is indeterminate at this point. He goes to catch his back talon to stabilize himself as you both have just been battering the hell out of one another. And as we get into the last stages of this fight, let's go ahead and take our break. It is that time. So
Okay.
we will be back in.
Oh.
It's great. We will be back in 10 to 15. Take care of yourselves. I will talk a little bit more about Fauna and Flora International, and we will also have our giveaway in the second half. So come back for that. Stick around for the ads and everything. And also
Pray
we have
for
a new
us.
affiliate ship. Yes, and yes, pray for my
Pray
players.
for us.
Stick around, folks. We'll be back shortly. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Humblewood, the Unwelcome Winter. We are going to jump right back into this fight, but before we do, I had a couple of announcements for you all. First of all, if you haven't seen already in chat, there is an open casting call right now for Deathmatch Island and a 4-session series of Trophy Dark. You can find the link there to apply. You can also find it on our socials and our Discord. I'll tell you how to get to all that stuff if you can't figure it out at the end of our episode. Also, we are new affiliates of Eldritch Foundry. Eldritch Foundry is a custom miniature company. So if you're looking to make a custom miniature of your character, very similar to Hero Forge, they have some different options, however. So definitely check them out, and you can use our official link and use code Sword and Key, all caps, all one word, for 10% off of your first order should you want to get anything from them. Like I said, they have a bunch of selections there, a bunch of different options, stuff you can't find at Hero Forge, and honestly, they've got some really cool stuff over there. Definitely just give them a shot. Make sure you have your whatever setting it is, hardware acceleration on to actually look at their miniatures, because they do have that requirement. But yeah, give them a shot. Check out that link. And again, any of your first purchases that you make, you can get 10% off with code Sword and Key. Also, as an announcement, not necessarily an announcement, but just what we do for this game, we are in support of Fauna and Flora International. So should you be able to donate at all, you can impact this game. You can still impact this game. Even as we go to take the next couple of weeks off for the holidays, you can donate at any time there. And you can impact whatever the next sessions of the game are going to be. I'm not going to get into super huge detail about Fauna and Flora. I might say a little bit more about them at the end, but just be aware that they have hundreds of ongoing campaigns. The biggest campaign right now is to prevent a culling of brown bears in Romania, and they're looking for donations to basically breed Corellian bear dogs, which are specialized dogs that can deter bears, to provide farmers with electric fences, to basically help better incorporate the ever-encroaching human civilization with nature and try to find a way to live together instead of eliminating one of the last large populations of brown bears in Europe. So any donations you make goes towards that cause or any of the other many, many wonderful causes the Fauna and Flora supports. And we will be doing a giveaway shortly. Eva, do you have a word for it? Okay, so uppies. We're doing code uppies. So enter that in chat, and you can enter to win a hoodie for from Fauna and Flora International. You get to pick the size and the design as well. We will just need your email. So if you do win, just be aware that you'll have to provide that to either myself or the representative from Fauna and Flora International. So hashtag uppies in chat. Okay. Let's jump back into stuff. So it was just, I forget whose turn it just was. I think it was Argus's turn. Yeah. So we are going to, there's no more assassins to fight. So Volderol, you can see that Argus and his father have bludgeoned each other to respective pulps. Both look rather damaged at this point. Blood coming from orifices and all that, orifices.
Nice.
What Owlbear Volderol, what would you like to do?
Okay, there's nobody else in here. It's just us.
It's just you all. The doors were closed behind the assassins, and they have not come back in at this point. No more assassins have come to assist.
Okay. Geez, I want to help out, but I feel like Argus has got to do this one alone. At least with some healing anyway. So, how are you for health, Argus?
I am. If I had to like quantify it in numbers, like say from like 1 to like 81, I'm at like
Good scale.
40.
Yeah.
I'm at like 41.
Right, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's how I do it too.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's a very typical scale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop Wild Shape and I'm gonna heal Argus.
Okay. I will.
Don't make me regret this. Don't make like 5 more guards bust in the door.
Oh no!
Who could have possibly seen that coming?
What a complicated situation.
Yep. But yeah, I drop Wild Shape. The mushrooms fall away and like sizzle off on the ground. And I heal Argus for 13 points.
13 points. Okay. Anything else for your turn, Volderol?
Jeez, everyone's looking fine. The door's looking okay.
How many points?
13.
13. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm gonna move away from the door. I just don't trust it, so I'm gonna go over here next to which one's the real one? Next to a Mochi. I don't know which one.
Yeah, because they're both visible right now, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. I don't
Yeah,
remember
real-
which is which.
I remember which is which. And that's what's really important
What's the
here.
important part?
Mochi dropped invisibility to cast that healing.
Yeah.
Gotta
I'm just about keeping
sacrifice
Argus
something
up probably at the moment for this guy. So that is me. That's me done.
Cool. Mochi, it is your turn.
Okay, great, perfect. Love that for us. I'm gonna use duplicate Mochi. And she's gonna stand right around here. I am not allowed to move her circle, but that should put Daddy Dearest in the circle.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Mochi is the
Duplicate
We're
Mochi
moving-
is the one moving forward towards...
we're moving
Yeah,
it to the
that's
left.
the-
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I'll mark her for you. Hang on.
regular Mochi is here.
Yeah.
Because they
Yes.
gave
Yeah,
the bat. They
pink
gave the bat to
Mochi is
Clarence.
duplicate Mochi,
Mm.
and the other one's next to Clarence.
Okay. So yes, Argus, you would watch as a sphere of dancing raccoons comes ever closer to you.
I've
Oh,
moved her
this
over
might be
one more square, Derek. So
One more square. Okay.
it is properly enveloped in Hath's love.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Anything else for your turn, Mochi?
considering what just happened, I'm gonna hold a low-level heal. Just in
You got
case
it.
Argus takes
Yeah.
another beating.
Just in case. It won't be as bad as last time.
No,
But,
but original Mochi is holding a heal. For if Argus, gets beaten to a pulp again.
Marley.
Glad we're all like on board with the heals, because that's what Marley is gonna do. Actually, she's gonna step up right behind Argus and put her hand on his back, and use lay on hands. So we're gonna dump the full pool of 20 in there.
Yeah.
Do you singe Argus?
Do I singe
Do you
him?
s-
I imagine that he would notice that my hand probably feels warm, but outside of that, I would not say no. Probably,
Which hand is the
probably
flaming
not.
sword in at this point?
Just stab him with a
August?
lightsaber. Heals me with it.
Right hand, and we would
Oh,
use
okay.
the left. It's fine.
Okay, just checking.
It's fine.
Just a little icy hot.
But that's an
All
extra
right.
20 hit points, and yeah, that's my whole movement and everything. So we're right here.
Whole movement and everything. Great. With that, we are back to Killian Ironclaw, who is going to take his 2 attacks. And
Who is first going to make a wisdom saving throw because he is
Wisdom
starting
saving
to turn enveloped in Haas love.
okay.
I feel like
Uh,
that should be the name of the spell.
What?
That
Love?
is
Hat's love.
half love. That is an 18.
That hits.
That sadly passes. So
Okay.
he takes half.
Okay.
Not fully safe, unfortunately. Oh, that is a terrible roll. 10, half to 5. There's a lot of 2s on those dice.
In that case, he is going to take his 2 attacks against Argus. That is a 23,
Hits.
and that is a miss. So he is only going to get 1 attack on this one. We're going to do our 3d6. Nope, not 13d6.
Yeah, please don't.
3d6.
No.
Yeah, not that many.
Not again.
Not again.
18 points of bludgeoning damage against Argus.
Okay.
And yeah, like I said, he's out of legendary actions. He has expended all of his the charges of his maul. You watch as all of the gemstones on it have faded in light, and it is just it's a hefty maul. It's got its own damage bonuses and all that, but he no longer has any spells that he can cast
I'll
at
be
this point.
right back. 1 second.
You're good. And that is it for his turn. So Argus, it is your turn.
He's not gonna say any words. He's not gonna tell him to yield. Even if he's not his son, even if he proclaims it as much, to wound a bandit's ego by asking him to surrender. He does not hate his father that much. As he simply acknowledges those around him, takes the hit in stride with a new vigor, and just goes to match the blow, match the attacks, like he's trying to hammer in a railroad spike into his father twice over.
What a visual.
Yeah, damn.
Thank
Yeah. Youch.
you. 25 to hit
Yeah.
for 14 damage.
14
and
damage.
second attack is a natural 20, so 28.
Nice.
That is gonna be roll that beautiful bean footage. 22 damage.
And is that doubled?
That's already double.
Okay.
And that's it.
Would you like to inflict any condition with that natural 20?
Let's say fear.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. He will have the fear condition. So he will have to move away from you. And I guess technically all of your companions, that kind of leads little space for him to go, but let's see. Okay. With that then, Volder, we're back to your turn.
Cool. Does it seem like Argus wants to do this, like, you know, like mano a mano, or would he be okay with like aid coming in?
I think he's so focused he doesn't even realize that you guys. He recognizes that you guys are healing him, but he doesn't seem like he's attentive enough to give you an answer to that question.
Okay.
As all of it's focused on this man in front of him. So
All right.
do with that what you will.
Okay. Cool. In that case, I'm gonna use. Do I get to use a 4th level? Why not?
As you do see that he is frightened. I don't know what frightened looks like on his father, but you can tell that Argus, as many times as you've seen him, this is the most focused and most hungry for victory that he's been.
I like that. In which case, then I'm not gonna get right in there. I'll move up a bit, but I'm going to reach out and as he twists his arm, I'm gonna cast Blight on Daddy Dearest.
Okay.
They gotta make a con save. They take 8d8 if they fail.
Okay. Rolled a con 17.
17 makes it.
Okay.
On a save, it's half, so I'll just roll for the half.
Okay.
Look at those dice go. Okay, so that would be. Oh wait, hold on, sorry. Get off. No, I stopped with half. So it's 30, so half is 15 damage.
15. Okay. All right. Anything else for your turn, Volder?
Bol's just gonna move up. I'm just here. I'm fully here just to support Argus. This is obviously his moment, so I'm gonna take a stance up here.
Okay. With that, then Mochi.
Dad didn't go down.
Still up. There is the fear condition. Technically, he has been hit, so I'm going to just basically have him move away from Argus. We'll see by the time his turn comes around if he's still up at that point. But yes, he is. He still has health at this point.
Okay. I don't think Argus is in a talking mood anymore, so Zone of Truth wouldn't necessarily help us get anything out of Dad. I also don't want to steal Argus's kill, because I want Argus to get the last bullet.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
He's still pretty healthy at this point, like relatively.
Pretty healthy?
He still has a decent chunk.
By the way, a frightened creature they don't move closer to the source of their fear. They don't.
Correct. Yeah, and they have disadvantage on pretty much everything while you're in line of sight.
Yeah.
And that'll just last for one round.
Yes.
We'll just it's a traditional spell for a reason. So we'll just do a little guiding hole. Trying not to drop Dad, but that also makes it easier for Argus to pummel him next time. And I really need Argus to get feeling well on this, because damn, it's your turn.
For closure, yeah.
Closure, right? I didn't beat my mom half to death, but you know, the disappointment in her eyes. I'll make an attack roll. It's been a while. For a 24.
Mm-hmm.
Assume that heals. And then oh, there it is. And why do I do this? Why do I do things that take math? That is 14.
Why do we play this game?
18. And 2 is 20. Do I get my wisdom
20.
modifier on this? I do not. 20 points of radiant damage again. picture-streaking raccoons that continue to like dance around his head to make him easier to hit next round.
Fantastic.
That came from real Mochi, not duplicate Mochi. Duplicate Mochi is perpetually focusing on Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Good to know. Marley, it is your turn.
Okay. Marley is gonna take a step back. That's not the right bit here. There we go. So for this other item that we're looking for, this chalice, would you say, or would, I guess the question is, would Marley think that it is something that has been, I don't know, blessed or touched, something that would, if I use Divine Sense and it's nearby, am I gonna feel it? I guess is the real
More than
question.
likely. This is it's literally a divine relic. It is it is supposedly like the chalice of the Amaranthine god of the storms.
Yeah, okay, then I guess, yeah, that's probably a pretty solid chance. In that case, then, we're gonna use Divine Sense. So if it's within 60 feet, we're gonna feel any object or place nearby that has either been consecrated or desecrated.
Okay.
Or anything that is celestial, fiend, or undead, but I'm not banking on either of that, so.
Okay. Marley, how do you think that this is probably, I think, one of the first times you've used this, but do you think this is like a sense of smell? Do you think this is like, maybe is it, like, is it song? What sensory?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I almost feel like it would kind of depend on the deity that it's associated with, right?
Sure.
So I wonder if maybe we get like a tingling cold sensation or something that feels maybe like lightning.
Yeah. Maybe like the smell of petrichor.
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that.
Okay. You get none of that. There is nothing here.
Okay. All right.
You get nothing.
You get nothing. So I
yes,
think
you do not detect anything.
Yeah. In that case, then we'll look over at Mochi and just say the chalice isn't here. It's not nearby. So we know we don't have to look for it here.
Mochi's just looking really wide-eyed because she's freaking out because she saw CS. And she's having a minor panic attack that's being shoved down real deep right now. I'm sure it's not really her.
It's probably fine.
Right, so then we are back to Killian. Killian with the fear condition. He is literally going to just step back from Argus against the wall. Maul at his side. Argus, if you would like an opportunity attack, you may absolutely do so.
More insulting to not.
Okay.
It's more insulting to not.
Mochi,
Letting
does he
him
take
back
it?
up.
Does he take any damage from exiting the area?
No, entering and starting in.
Okay.
No penalty for leaving.
So he started his turn in it though.
Yeah,
He did start his turn in it. Yes. So he will have disadvantage on this roll. But I'm going to use his Indomitable. He still failed. What is the damage?
Perfect. I was about to say, I gotta bane him next time. 14 radiant. 14 raccoon damage. They're the same thing at this point.
Argus, I will tell you that your father has 3 hit points left. It is your turn.
I have advantage.
You have advantage. What would you like to do?
I rolled two 19s plus 8, so those would be 27.
Ooh. Sexy.
And he just follows him. And as he follows him, witness the might of those you deem lesser. witness the strength, the little folk, how they defeat you handedly. You can take me down, but I will rise. I will fly in defiance of you and your worldview. I will fly beyond all that you've taught me with what you've taught me. That is how I will honor the Iron Cod name. Now sit down, shut up, and go to sleep. As he just, with the anger, there's no more anger. It is a resignation of victory, knowing that he won this fight before he even threw his hammer for one last time. As he just, with one arm, swipes the hammer across the jaw and lets his father fall. Unconscious, because this will be a non-lethal hit. He's gonna shake his brain a lot, but it's not gonna kill him.
Yeah. Argus, you watch as the figure of your father, a man who a long time ago held what you thought at the time was a seat of respect in your mind, and you realize only now was that of fear and control, falls beneath your maul. And with a clattering of the armor that is still held together on his form, he slams against the floor, unconscious. It is strangely silent in this room as all of the cacophony of battle, of metal on metal and rending flesh is suddenly quieted. And it's broken just for a moment as the door to Argus, your right, opens, and standing there is someone who looks a lot like you in a different way from your father, someone much closer to you in age.
Ooh.
And you look over to see your brother Siegfried. And he is not dressed in armor. He is not armed. He has opened the door and he furrows his brow and looks to you and says, Argus? And then looks down at your feet where your father lies and just stands in the doorway, unsure of whether to run towards you or to flee from you.
I think seeing Siegfried, watching his expression change, looking down at his father and at the hammer in his hand, just tosses it down. I actually won this time.
Is he dead?
No.
Are you okay?
And he honestly just sits down. He, just the legs finally just turn to jelly. He can't stand tall he can't stand tall in front of his brother. He's just sitting down. If it wasn't for these guys, I wouldn't be.
I think at that, Marley steps over again behind Argus and puts her hand on his shoulder and holds out her sword toward this newcomer that she doesn't recognize. Who are you?
I'm Siegfried. I'm Siegfried Ironclaw. I was the heir to the bandit fortresses.
That.
Ellie, it's fine. It's fine. Please.
Okay, all right, if you say so.
Argus, are you gonna kill me?
No. Never do that.
Roll for persuasion.
I think you still have bless as well.
Does that count for blast?
Not sure it does.
I think-
Plus might be just
Bless.
attack rolls and saving
Skill
throws.
check.
Yeah, saving
Is
throws.
it-
Yeah, not thinking.
Yeah,
else
you
now.
need guidance
not-
for
Yeah,
stuff.
right.
Persuasion?
Well, actually, I will tell you this. I don't need to know whether you're lying or not. I leave it to you whether this is persuasion or deception. You don't have to tell me, but you can tell me whatever the roll is.
19 is the
I
total.
was say, can I give Argus advantage if he needs it? Like, step back, sheathe my sword, kind of like hands up, step away to help
Yeah.
make it.
I was going to make it a flat roll.
Unintentionally, but the duplicate's gonna disappear at this point because it's time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it might look nice that she disappears, but it's
Yeah, I was going to make it a flat roll because this is a family member who has at least informed that, the dad's not dead, he's just unconscious, but at the same time, we have some threatening friends. So it kind of all balances out. A 19 still, he does not run out the door. He does walk forward as Marley sheathes her sword. And his hands are kind of just a little bit out to his sides. A little bit, not in a full, like, above the head sort of thing, but just, I'm not reaching for anything.
Voldemort's going to step up beside, beside Marley and behind Argus too, just in a sign of like, this is what's happening. We're his guys.
Mochi's not leaving that other door unattended.
As he's approaching, Argus does his best to get back up. Kind of, because he's obviously been battered pretty heavily, and he stumbles kind of into Siegfried and lets himself fall into Siegfried.
And he catches you, wraps an arm around your shoulder. Let's get you taken care of. And he will start leading Argus towards the door where he came from. Actually, I'm going to say, because there's not really any veterans up there, he will lead Argus towards the southern door then. The one that is directly south, not the one that's southeast, where there are beds to lie down Argus in. So he darts his eyes at all of you as he walks past. Definitely some hesitation, turning his back to all of you. And yet nonetheless he helps Argus to limp towards that door and leaves it open as they go in. Argus, he lays you down on one of the beds. I'll get one of the healers to stop by. And I'm gonna be right back, okay? And he exits the room, and the rest of you would see as he walks over to Killian, just ramshackle on the floor. I mean, arm twisted the wrong way. He's gonna wake up pretty stiff. And it's gonna be a while before he does.
Good, great.
But Siegfried reaches down for the maul and looks to all of you.
I'm not gonna let you do that.
I'm not
Nah,
I'm not doing anything.
nah.
This doesn't belong to
No.
you.
It belongs.
It doesn't belong to
your
you
family,
either.
Which means it belongs to
No,
Argus.
it belongs to him. That's what I'm giving it to.
To Argus.
Go get the healer. Go get the healer. Walk away.
Can I hear all this?
Yeah, I think it's just
it's
like
a little
family
muffled,
stuff.
but yeah.
We shouldn't like.
Yeah.
If he's gonna like work with Argus, I think we need to let him. But we're watching him, I guess. Is he taking it to Argus?
It's okay.
And he picks it up
You can trust
and
him.
brings it back to Argus.
All right.
Kind of glares at all of you and then exits one of the doors. And distantly through all the walls, you can hear a bell ring 3 times.
What's that mean?
King is dead. Long live the king.
Seems so. Looks like he's gonna be out for a while, but I don't know. We should ask Argus if it's worth tying him up or something. I don't know bandit traditions.
I was just thinking the same thing. I don't even think I'm gonna wait for Argus to give us the go-ahead. I think I'm just gonna pull some rope out of my bag and.
I feel like if we play this wrong, we are still surrounded by bandits. We have to do it by their way. Best to ask Argus just to make sure that they're not going to get incensed by seeing the old
He's
boss
right
tied
there.
up
Go
by a bunch
ask
of
Argus
nobodies.
then.
Well, just inform me what's going on. And he goes to ask Argus what's the best way to handle this.
Just bring him in here.
Wow. All right.
He's not going to be up for a while. And remind me what the 3 bells are.
That's calling for the healer.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bells are.
Oh, you like their healers better than my healing?
Well, no.
Alright, that's good
well,
to know. I will walk away.
I'm just going to drag
That's cool.
Killian over to his bed.
just dragging Mochi as they can play.
Yeah.
Fine, be that way. Saved your life. Didn't give a shit. Cool.
You have my eternal thanks, Mochi.
Thank you.
Though you do not, I will not be converted to your service.
Awesome religion. Local
So
chapters
close.
available.
I will. I am forever grateful to you and to your God. I may have even seen them in a moment.
Isn't she pretty?
She's not a bad sight. He looks over to his brother. If he's still there.
Yes.
I would have preferred if things hadn't come to blows, but you know our father. Might makes right.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I've missed you since you left. It's been a lot of that.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I was
glad you're
selfish.
back. No, you're not. You're not.
No, I was. I left without anything. And you paid a price. I'm sure it was. Sure. And he looks over to his father. I'm sure he made you pay dividends for my decision.
Yeah.
You look good though. Strong.
He definitely is larger than the last time you saw him. He's not like Argus sized yet. Like he would probably have a little difficulty swinging your maul around. But he places your father's maul, the Maul of Thrones command. He places that kind of like at the foot of the bed, just leans it against. Yeah, he's been trying to get me to throw throw them all around the way you all do, but that's just not so much for me. But looks like I'm not really going to have that problem much anymore, seeing as we have a new king now.
I didn't defeat him to become king.
Why'd you come back? Why'd you go in the first place? Wasn't that all what this was for? I mean, you don't know what he's been... I don't blame you, Argus, but fuck's sake, you left everything. You left me. And why? Why did you come back then?
I left because this mountain is a cage. I came back because the cage was expanding, and it was our father's fault. He took a job, stole some item, and now the world is freezing to death. Taking us all down with it.
What are you talking about? He's done a couple of jobs lately, but I mean, heck, I went with him on a couple of them. They were just snatch and grabs. What are you talking about freezing the world? Do you think this is his fault?
He stole a very, very important item from a very, very important school. And in turn, the world was tossed into chaos. Not to mention, there were druids in these mountains. And remind Christian, they took the chalice, right?
I think it seems like they took it for someone else. If you don't mind me asking Siegfried a question.
They took an item from druids in these mountains, and they took an orb. And combined, well, we have the situation we have now. And, well, he's working for someone for those two jobs. Well, at least for the first job, the orb job.
You need to know who you've been working for. Or with, at least.
He's never mentioned a name. He's just said it's somebody really important who's gonna put us on top where we belong. He said give it a year or two and we'll be living at the top of the Alderheart where we belong.
Been a bit more than a year or two.
He's not really let me in on any of his plans. I knew he was planning a heist to the Avium. I thought that if anyone could do it, it was going to be him, but I didn't know it was that big of a deal. I don't know about this druid stuff.
How can you not know? Your people slaughtered druids up in the mountains.
The owlbears.
I buried so many of my kin.
The owlbears? The owlbears that have been killing us for decades? Yeah. What does that have to do with druids?
They were druids. Siegfried.
I didn't know that.
They had an observatory, a land, and our father, I'm guessing our father, had a campaign to slaughter them all and steal something very important from them.
He just called it a hunt.
Auntie did.
Now, Argus, no offense, but the more I learn about your dad, the less I like him.
Join the club.
We need to find out who this woman he was working with was, although I can't help but think I've already got a sneaking suspicion. Did your father keep any records, papers, correspondence, anything?
Yeah, I mean, some. He had a lot of them on what used to be that table.
Look at the table smashing to pieces and stuff everywhere. Fair enough.
This was his war room. Anything that he had was going to be in this room. He did give me this, and he pulls from under his tabard. There's like a small key, very small key, on a necklace. He said that he shouldn't have two pieces of the puzzle at the same time, so that I should hold on to this. I don't know what it goes to, but I mean, you're, whether you like it or not, king until you find somebody better, so I guess this belongs to you.
Cutscene to Mochi and Clarence trying to break open a box in the other room as they're reading through all of the letters. How is this? What the?
They're just like pulling on either side of it, like,
Just
no,
like,
let me try.
like gnawing at it and like
Gnawing. Like there's
Like Clarence
a
is just
fingernail
kicking it
under
with a rabbit
lid.
foot.
just thumpering it.
Clarence is playing a song to it.
Okay, no, play a song to me and then I'll try to open it again.
Wish you would open up that lock, my friend.
That's some weirdly Clarence-esque.
Yeah.
It's very, very good.
That's very good.
Did you see any non-bandits come to camp?
No, nothing like that. I mean, we've had the families, some new folk have shown up since times got real tough. People have been turning towards where there's food, and Amaranthine, no, we got food. I mean, Dad's been going on, he calls them business trips from time to time. Or he'll just step into one of the side rooms and just not come out for a couple of days. Locks the door behind him.
Days.
Teleportation circle. I'd put money on it. Which side rooms are these?
I mean, sometimes it's the room we're in. He'll lock the door behind him, which is inconvenient considering there's so many beds in here. Sometimes it's one of the supply closets. It's typically one of the ones we don't really use.
Did we notice any chalk on the floor that looks like it's been rubbed away or anything like that?
Well, I will say you can do a perception check.
Oh, it's a nat 20 for 27.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You don't pick up on any chalk. There's no etchings or anything like that. Trying to think how you would pick this up if you could. I feel like with that high of a roll, Volderol, you would notice that there is something underneath one of the beds. I am going to presume something here, so I apologize. This is not official Humblewood lore. But I would say that you recognize one of, like, very crinkled, very old, but still noticeably one of the leaves from the higher branches of the alder heart is in this room. Like, just accidentally got kicked under one of the beds and is just dried up down there.
I think, to Bodo, just like sensing out with sensing something like unusually naturistic in this area. It's gonna like have a little shifty under his bed, bring it up, and Mochi's not here, right? She's in the outside.
Yeah, I think Mochi and Clarence are both in the next room over.
Reaching conclusions.
I just show it to the other two with a meaningful look.
But I think Marley would recognize it being like from her past.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is from the old heart tree.
How would that even get here?
He would only get here if he was making, I would assume, fairly regular trips back and forth. I would assume he was perhaps discussing things with an employer.
There's some puzzle pieces missing. There's some things that aren't adding up right.
Do we hear Mochi and Clarence is banging around over there?
We're also reading
I have to
letters
imagine.
and trying to. Yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm not. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I feel like
We're not being very quiet detectives. No.
Yeah.
I don't think we could be quiet detectives even if our lives depended on it.
They're just like they're doing voices as they read the letters.
Oh no. Jeez.
like doing like Killian's voice.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out like, okay, who would have said this?
Moch, Clarence, you find anything in there?
Yep.
Want to bring it in here?
Sure. We'll start dragging stuff over because I imagine some of these maps are larger than we are, but
Yeah, it's just like armfuls of maps and everything into a much smaller room. Yeah.
You didn't find like a box up there, did you?
yep.
Anything with a
Lock.
Box that is
Yeah, anything
currently
with locks.
somewhat scoffed, I imagine, after
Scoffed and dented in.
Yep. We found this one. It won't open though. We've been trying.
And look at Argus, Your Majesty.
But other than the box, we found a whole bunch of letters that it seems to be correspondence between your dad and her. And she has lovely handwriting and is very good with words and writes like she lives somewhere fancy with good schools.
I think it
like
might
her
be.
initials are CS, so she might be the high priestess of the other heart we're dealing with. And I'm not having a breakdown, you're having a breakdown.
Okay, well,
I'm just
at
gonna
least
take
she
this
said out
box real
loud.
quick.
Yeah, let's just get that box.
Take this real quick.
How could she do this? She's supposed to be the high priestess. People are relying on her. She has the highest office. She is supposed to be a good person.
Just tucking Mochi into one of the beds, like.
No, it's okay.
It's not okay though, is it? Like you expect
My
it from
experience,
bandits.
power
You
doesn't
don't
always
expect it from a high priestess who's sworn to uphold the highest ideals of the Alder Heart.
But okay.
I'm gonna need a minute.
Okay. Mochi needs
Get that apple juice.
It's
Some more
cider, but
slices?
I'm an adult. It's allowed.
Just like look at this box. Do I recognize this thing at all? This
I'm not
box?
sure it's a box you would have seen before, but very clearly etched into it is a symbol of the Alder Heart. Like it's a very familiar symbol. All the perch guard wear it. It's like, you know, it's kind of like a little shield design with like wings
This
on it.
is so clearly orchestrated by someone who has never done a bad thing in their whole life. There's so much evidence.
Personal branding over
piling off.
secrecy at all times.
Whew.
I mean, it's
You
been
know
5
what's
years
more
and
like?
haven't
It's
been
more like
caught,
somebody who doesn't
so
think they're gonna get caught. Somebody who gets
Or they don't care, I guess.
yeah sloppy because they don't
Sure.
believe anyone's going to find out. That's what I
Yeah.
found in my experience.
fair enough. And just
The more self-assured you are, the more mistakes you make.
True. And I'm gonna open the box with a key, hopefully.
Inside, you would find 10. I'm wondering who would have seen these before. Probably Marley. Argus, a big maybe. If you would like to determine what these are, you can do history or arcana. I'm going to say Marley and probably Mochi would have advantage on this.
It's about 17. Maybe this is something I've seen from.
I'm gonna give
Jasmine.
myself guidance.
Yeah.
Despite the breakdown. Maybe because of the breakdown at this point.
Jasmine was traveling all over the place. and going is distances that didn't make sense for timelines. And it's like, what are you talking about? How did you get there that fast? And it's like, it's a secret.
So I'm sorry, Mochi, what was your roll?
23. Thanks to the
23.
advantage, because the other one was in that one.
Okay. Argus, yeah, you think that, definitely Jasmine has done some teleporting here and there. These are much more specific than anything that she would have necessarily used, or might be a different version of it. Like the magical lines on it might be different. So while you can determine that, yes, this would take you somewhere else, you can't necessarily determine where until Mochi and Marley look over your shoulder. These would definitely look familiar, as these are recall crystals, but these are very specific recall crystals. You can smash these crystals, and it will teleport yourself and the equipment you're wearing or holding back to the Alderheart Council chambers. These are often held by council members as like a, I'm not getting kidnapped today kind of thing. You smash it, teleports you back. And there is a note inside the box as well that says, Killian, this is in case of emergency. I will send crates full of them when the defenestration is necessary. CS.
It's full. What the? That is not good.
Yep.
Okay, I had to look up the word defenestration because I do, like, it's in my brain, but also my brain forgot what it means. And if anybody
It's
else
my
is in that, it's
favorite English
a
word.
throwing someone
Excellent
out
word.
of a window.
Yes.
Well, there's two
Yes,
meanings in English.
excellent.
It's either throwing someone out a window or removing someone from office.
Ah,
It's my favorite word
yes.
because sometimes it can be both.
Well,
And all I can imagine is just like fucking Sparta kick somebody out a window.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also, removing them from office while you're doing it. Yeah.
and
It's
Yeah.
like,
if
yeah,
they're not bird
exactly.
folk, then that's a long way down,
Uh-huh.
especially from the top of a
But-
tree.
yep.
Okay.
It's worse. Like, it's bad enough that it's her, but it can't be her alone. How many of them are in on this?
Okay. Okay. Marley's literally like, we're pacing back and forth at this point, like hands pressed together,
I need to go put something on fire or something. I don't know. What a
gaze kind of wandering around and just going, we literally have a coup d'etat on our hands. They're trying to overthrow the Alderheart.
They already all are hard.
I know, but they want the whole thing, Mochi. They want it all for themselves.
This is why I never trust organized groups.
Hey!
No offense, Mochi. No offense. Present company excluded.
You organize in circles, hypocrite.
I organize on my own.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
got you there.
Anyway,
There's one
And
way to
yet here
find
you
out
are.
who. There's one way to find out who they're working with. Moch, I need you to wake up my dad.
gonna cast Zone of Truth before I do it.
Sure.
You automatically feel you're safe if you're unconscious, Derek? Is that how that works? That would be great. I'm just saying, you're not awake to resist, is the point I'm making.
That sounds correct to me. Like,
It kind of does, weirdly
Yeah.
enough. That's
You wouldn't know.
you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't
I wouldn't know, he would just be being real honest.
all of a sudden your dreams just get real lucid.
Real true.
Yep.
You remember exactly how it happened.
Alright, in that case, it's Zone of Truth first and tiny bit of healing second.
All right, I'm just double checking that this is charisma save until the spell ends and chance. That turn or starts its turn. There must be okay. So we're not going to do like turn order. I'm not going to make him have to do a resave every 6 seconds. Failed save. Okay. And as Mochi casts Zone of Truth, are any of you obfuscating your honesty? Yeah, you're all cool about it until
I
no.
just looked at Liz.
I did too. That's also where
Probably
my
for the best if Voldemort does not stand as no tree. If he has things to
Yeah.
stand on.
How big is that zone again?
15 feet radius.
Did you say 20?
It's 15.
15-foot radius.
15. It's the same size as Spirit Guardians. Once again,
Yeah.
being enveloped in half.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
the same
that so
size of
much.
the whole
Which bed is he in?
fucking room.
The one right next to mine, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
This one here?
No, but it is the whole entire room and
It's
part
the
of
whole
the
room,
outside.
for
Like
sure.
there's a merchant suddenly going, no, it's actually only 90 cents. Go on.
Oh, it's a fine.
You know, I'm sticking to it. Whatever.
Yeah,
Voldemort,
I think-
Voldemort doesn't like what he says.
I think Marley
I
is
don't know
going to
what
try to
that room-
resist just because I don't know what kind of questions are going to be asked
Point
suddenly.
of principle.
They just turn around and ask you a question. You're like, oh.
Ah. So what is that? It's a what save? What?
Charisma save. What's your
Charisma.
DC, Anniek?
16.
16.
Fuck. Okay. Oh, that's a 20.
Ooh.
It's a
Okay.
14 for Vold.
Keep your secrets.
I know you resisted though.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that's fine. Argus won't resist.
I just wanted to know if you liked the cloak. Jeez.
Your true feelings about the cloak, huh?
Exactly. It's all Mochi was going to ask you about.
Siegfried does not resist. Killian cannot. And with a couple of points of healing, Killian's eyes very slowly open. And creakily, he goes to sit up, and just like the weight of his armor and everything, he collapses back down as he tries to push himself up. And he looks up groggily at your party, at Argus, at Siegfried.
I just walk away from him after the healing and look at Argus and go, all yours, my hands are wiped clean.
Argus is holding one of the scrolls.
What?
You're working with the head of the Elder Heart?
There is no head of the Older Heart.
What does that mean?
High Priestess!
High Priestess.
Where did you find that?
I didn't find it. My friend did.
You have some nosy friends.
The world's in danger. You have to forgive their nuance for secrecy in the moment.
No, I don't.
That's right, you don't. But my question still stands.
Yeah. Working for the betterment of this family. And she promised us that we could be at the top.
They're betraying their people. What makes you think they won't betray you?
Well, kill them if they do.
I know you're telling the truth because that's just you. How did this even happen? What's the first meeting like with the Elder Heart? For you, what happened?
Funny enough, you were still here when it happened. She came, all by her lonesome. Pretty ballsy. I say that as an owl, not knowing what that means.
Look, Elizabeth's fine.
She had an idea. Wanted to restructure things. We've been living in the mountains my whole life, your grandfather's whole life, his father's whole life. She offered us a better place. All she needed was just a couple of things. Not even wet work. Just snatch and grabs. I looked at the risk factors, made an assessment. So far, it's been a very lucrative partnership.
Did you know what the items were that you took from the avium, from the druids?
Yeah, of course I did. Do you think I was going to go in not knowing what the whole plan was? We were stocking up food even then. I don't go into anything with 1 foot.
So where are the items now?
Gave them to her.
Ah, fuck.
I don't know. She said that was her problem. I was more than happy to make that her problem. I don't need that kind of shit around here.
So you just waltzed in and you stole some stuff and you let the world be encased in ice for the last 5 years, killed Amaranthi knows how many, just so that you and your family could live a little bit more comfortably under the fucking boot of the Alderheart. Well done. Nice work. Are you proud? Are you proud of what you've done? And Marley can just feel the anger coming finally. And it's so much.
He works to push himself back up at that, like not going to take that kind of language lying down.
She's
And
literally going to put her boot on his chest.
Oh, damn.
Don't even fucking try.
They're on that one.
You are disgusting. You are responsible for all of these people who have died. This is on your hands. You facilitated this. And everyone is going to know. History is going to know that you ushered in this unending winter. How do you feel about that? That you get to go down as the one who helped them.
I'm sure that even the other bandits would not take kindly to knowing that this is your fault. These 5 years of misery.
You don't think they know? You don't think I knew all of this? I get to rewrite history when I'm on top. I've been under a boot, and he looks down to yours. After all this, I get to be the boot.
Yeah, I'm sure
Warned
you do.
by the Alderheart.
Yeah, it's really nice that you think that, but I don't think that they're going to let that happen. When you've outlived your usefulness, you'll find yourself dead in a snowbank somewhere. Mark my words.
When all of the bandit forces invade the Alderheart, they won't have a say. The Perch Guard doesn't stand a chance. None of your people stand a chance. It's our time. Your time's over. Enjoy your little ice age. It's our turn.
I guess we'll see what happens.
Wait, hold on. When is this attack supposed to happen?
She makes the call. She's been working her way through the council, so she says.
And see, this is exactly what I said. You're still under her boot.
Do you think you can trust the Alderheart?
Licking it. Licking her boot. You disgust me. King of the mountain, my ass. She shoves him and just walks out. Like, walks back into the other room. Woo!
I think you can literally see heat waves coming off of Marley
Yeah.
at this point.
Nice.
We're getting us towards some fire starter kind of shit. This is yeah, Child Drew Barrymore stuff. And with the boot removed, he just kind of like closes his eyes for a second. You all just don't get it.
I
You
go
don't-
sit next to him.
Yeah.
Mr. Killian. Once upon a time, there was a cute little raccoon who had just become a cleric. And she didn't want to be a cleric because she was going to be a wizard like her mom. But she did end up being a cleric because a god decided that that was what was going to happen, and sometimes God just like overrules your life. Anyway, the cleric was going to not be a cleric, so when she saw a child in the snow, she was going to walk on because it wasn't her problem because she wasn't really a cleric. And then on the way back, the child was still in the snow, but it had frozen to death. And the little cleric has been feeling really bad about that for a really long time. And now I listened to you and I realized it wasn't my fault, it was yours. And I don't think you need to be around here anymore. And she's going to cast Inflict Harm on him.
Okay.
I know
And
how many
I-
hit points he has left, but it's a minimum of 10.
This will kill Killian.
Perfectly aware of it, thank you.
I will stop
Okay.
them.
Yeah.
I will I will they reach for it. They reach for him. I'm guessing, right?
Yep.
They will literally get in the way, and you grab Argus instead.
Don't!
He gets to live with his sin. He does not get to take the easy
Consider
way
it a
out.
sin! He is proud of himself. He has learned nothing.
Moji, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, he's a tool. I know you're mad, but this is not just down to him. The
Oh,
death of my
that's
kin is
fine.
not
We
just
can
down
go
to
after
him.
the rest as well.
Oh, I understand that, Moji, but we need him alive now, and it's Argus's
Why?
call, really. It's his father.
And why? So only...
He needs
No.
to see that his worldview is wrong, and he cannot do that if he is gone.
He also cannot do that when he is alive because he will clearly never learn anything.
We don't know that. I was the same as him.
Clearly you weren't.
We're still in the ring of truth, right?
Yes.
The
Yes.
truth, yeah.
Zone of truth, so yeah.
Yeah.
Just as a God saved you and your path, a woman saved me and mine. It takes others to heal our sins. We can't do it alone.
To heal him? Thousands dead and he gets to carry on as long as somebody loves him enough? You know
This
what?
isn't
Fine.
about
Fine.
love, surely,
Cool,
Mochi.
fine. Mochi will walk away. Fine.
What does harm look like?
Some blood veins.
Cool.
I'm gonna turn to Killian and say, you are lucky your son is a better man than you.
Not the word I would use.
I'm sure it's not.
He's
I
like
think-
pushing himself to actually sit up now. You should have just let her do it. It's inevitable. If it ain't gonna be her, it's gonna be somebody else. No one's gonna let me live this down.
I have a single question, and I think it's up to look at Argus, the king of the bandits, to decide what happened with you after that. Who gave the order to destroy the Druid sect? The Keepers.
The only instruction I was given from anyone else was to acquire an item. I could have done that quietly, but the owlbears had killed enough of mine. It was time anyway. When I found out they were druids, just made it easier.
I think like he's Voldor like clenching and unclenching his fists, but he looks at Argus, says, "All yours," and he also walks out.
Your friends have some anger problems, Argus.
They are faced with the catalyst of their anger. You can see why it would get even hotter.
Well, at least you found some actually bloodthirsty friends. I was worried about you there for a while. At least you're not as much of a disappointment as your brother is. He looks over to Siegfried.
Damn.
The fact that my brother is better than you is all the proof that I need that the world can change for the better. I would kill you on the spot, but I need you so that the Alderheart can be free.
Whatever you say, hero. At the end of the day, just remember whose blood's in your veins. He's gonna spit blood onto the floor and just lean back.
I will never forget. Ever. For it makes me strong. Stronger than you.
And he'll just close his eyes, lean back.
Is there oof. Is there anything in here that seems specifically Killian's? Like anything I don't know, like has like a apart from this room which we've destroyed, obviously, but like anything else that's like his quartz or anything?
Trophy that you can just smash on the ground into a million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that, like, because this is his war room, I will say that even though it's not necessarily on the map, there is like a little throne for him, like a more decorated chair. There are the heads of different creatures that he has killed, like the mountain cats, owl bears, different sorts of, monsters that
Okay.
that have been slain, either if not by him, by the family, that are mounted around here as well. Um, yeah, I mean, there's drinking cups, there's uh I was probably like a little chest that has some treasure in it as well, just some like gold gems, stuff like that.
Mm.
Was there anything in particular you were looking for?
I want to destroy as much as I can of his shit. And I'm happy to like invite Mochi to take some anger out on this as well.
Yeah, I mean, technically everything that was in this fortress was his. It now technically isn't because it's Argus's, but it all kind of belonged to him. So as far as like personal stuff, you can destroy almost anything in here. I would say the
Yeah.
throne is probably the thing that is the throne and like the mall that Argus now has. Those are the two things that were like most connected to him. He's still wearing his armor. Um, he probably has a bedroom somewhere in here. You could probably destroy his bed.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, stuff like that.
Cool. Those trophies you mentioned, the owlbears and stuff, that's the first thing to go. I think I got so what's Mochi doing outside there? Actually Marley went out as well, right?
Mochi and Marley both walked out.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and jump over to them real quick. So, Marley, where did you go?
Honestly, I think Marley probably kept walking. Like, I don't think we stopped at this one room because the heat was real high, and I feel like she would have been very, very tempted to literally set this entire place on fire.
Yeah.
So I think we're probably maybe outside sitting in a snowbank, honestly.
A
Like,
melting snowbank.
yep, just
Yeah.
slowly sinking into the snowbank. Yeah. Or like, like because if it's like I don't know, like a stone staircase out front, she's sitting on the stoop or something. Whatever.
Mm.
And yeah, even from where you are, you can look out from this vantage point and see the Humblewood laid before you, the Alderheart so very far off in the distance, the avium closer to you. But you can just make out like the high branches of the Alderheart. Gonna come back to you. Mochi, where did you go?
Mochi is ripping the place apart, looking for diamonds, diamond dust, spell components. If I ever want to cast Revivify, I need 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds. I am trashing and looting, and I don't care that it's technically Argus's. He can go hug his dad and feel better about himself, or all I care. I am looting.
It's just going to be a conversation when it comes down to getting back to the older ones.
Mochi's in a mood. Mochi, give me perception.
Look, we are talking technically an adult, but there is a fair amount of teenagers still in here.
I'm choked.
24.
24?
24.
24. Mochi, you are able to find... Actually, no, I'm going to give you a d6 for a 24. There. You find 3 diamonds, Mochi. I said there is some treasure kind of sitting about, so you are able to find 3 Revivify-esque diamonds.
I love it how my brain immediately goes, okay, so now we can kill him and bring him back, right?
At least a couple
You just-
times.
I'm not
Kill him.
saying that that's where Mochi was going, but that is where Mochi was going.
As someone who works in mental health, I have to emphasize that catharsis is a myth. But yes,
How do you discover that catharsis is a myth unless you try?
yes,
Right?
yeah, that's
Someone's word for it.
that's the scientific method.
That's how it is.
Exactly. As long as you write down your findings, it's science. That's what my
Yes.
dad taught me.
Yes.
But
Well,
Curiosity
uh,
only kills cats. That's it.
it's true.
Yeah.
Ripping things apart, taking stuff, throwing things.
Okay.
Your average
Yeah.
teenage meltdown.
Little rampage. Yeah, you're like in the kitchen looking for diamonds, but it's just to throw shit around. Like we all know. It's just to break
Honestly,
plates.
There's knives embedded in doors. She's rage eating a tomato she found. It's
God.
whatever.
Full Denethor. Yeah.
Yup.
Is there anything anyone wants to do before we wrap up here?
I'm trashing that whole thing. I've just reverted back to an owlbear, and I'm just... My catharsis is, you guys killed owlbears, I'm going to destroy this place as an owlbear.
Just one last question for his father.
Mhm.
Was the high priestess working alone?
Oh. Of course not.
Is it the whole council?
That would have been nicer. But no. I have my list.
Is it around here or in your head?
Locked up here.
How about you unlock it?
What do you want? Names, titles? Do you want to know who you can trust? You can't trust anybody.
I'm a
They're all
bandit.
going to screw you over.
I'm a bandit. I want all of it.
Celadine Silverwing and Umber Smokekeeper thought they had this big plan to restructure and take better control. A council can only do so much. The people have so little too much free will. They got in old Archie, head of the Purge Guard. He was never one for thinking for himself anyway. Why do you think he's part of the Purge Guard? If it wasn't for that fucking Master of Coin. We had the last one, but this new one, this Asher's Star, fuck, whatever his name is, honestly, when we get called in, he's who I'm going for first. It's been a massive pain in the ass. Bertram Mooncaller's on his last leg anyway. He doesn't have even a month left, if I could call it. I mean, he's been head of the council for ever. Alice Quillock took out a few druids already. What's another few?
Mashing in the background.
Honestly, the one I'm most worried about is Isabella. I'm wondering why she hasn't said anything yet. I'm wondering if she knows. She seems to know fucking everything, but I'm wondering if there's something that they've arranged. Anyway. You go back? I wouldn't. But if you do, get ready for a fight.
I'm sorry, I just saw chat and there you go.
Yeah. 5 questions.
5 questions.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, one more time.
There had to have been a better way in all of this.
Maybe. What's the point of looking backwards? You can't change it.
Yeah. Do you want to die, Father?
No. No, I wanted to succeed. And now I think I'll find a way out. I always seem to.
How does Siegfried look in this moment?
Traumatized?
Yeah.
Kind of just sitting there with like my dad like truthfully is disappointed in me. And he's also reeling with the whole like, I've been just standing here while all of this has been happening right in front of me and haven't seen the forest for the trees. Like he's seen all the puzzle pieces, but just wasn't putting them together because he's been trained to not ask questions. He's been conditioned out of fear. And you're kind of getting like, this is very well what you could have become if you hadn't left. Just when the fear finally takes you. You know, for all of Killian's attempts to raise strong sons, he was doing it the completely wrong way. You don't raise somebody out of fear and expect them then to be independent once they're an adult.
Yeah, well said.
Listen, you want to kill me? I don't think I can stop you at this point. But I really like the look on your face when you think about it. Shows me you got a little bit of killer inside you. You're gonna need it when you go to play a little hero. But they're never gonna let you forget where you came from.
That's fine. I'll remember for them. And Siegfried.
Yeah.
Do you want to leave the room?
No.
Are you
No.
sure? This is your choice.
I do, but I shouldn't. He doesn't deserve this. But I would regret it if I didn't. Go ahead.
He just sees his brother, sees the not innocence, but the sadness of what's about to happen. He blinks, his face stone, as he wraps his hands around his father's throat and squeezes.
When it's all over, Siegfried has just been sitting there. He didn't help, he didn't stop, he experienced. And I think he realizes even before you do that you have to, that you can let go. And he puts a hand on your shoulder. The king is dead. Long live the king. Marley, as your eyes turn from the Humblewood and that fire inside just can't seem to be fully snuffed out at this point. It's got too much to burn. It's got too much to feed on in this moment. And you look towards the bandit fortress. I will need a wisdom saving throw, please.
I'm sure this is going to be fine. This is going to be great.
Just fail.
Just fail.
Mochi wants to see the world burn too.
I mean, knowing Derek, this has probably got a high DC if it's what we're all thinking it is. It's a 14.
Ooh.
So middle of the road. Not great, not terrible. But
Marley, it's a strange feeling to lose oneself, to come back into time and have that missing bits. Like, it's when you're driving and you suddenly realize that you've gone like 10 minutes and can't remember the past couple of 10 minutes. Hopefully you didn't hit anything. Maybe that happens to other people. Maybe I'm telling on myself right now.
oh no, I totally
I've been there.
understand.
Yeah, long drive. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, would you just go into autopilot for a little bit?
Yeah,
Right.
totally guilty. I know.
And then you go,
exactly
oh
what
shit,
Yeah.
I'm driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh wait, are my lights on? We're all good? Okay, everybody's okay.
Everything's great.
I'm not sure whether it's the light or the heat that snaps you back in first.
Whoopsie.
But as you look out from your vantage point and the light glints off of your eyes, you see nothing but beautiful flame. As even in your hands is still the remnants of the fireball that you just cast at the center tent. And as it sparks from canvas to canvas, going along between all of those little rope lines that we saw connecting all of these structures together, all of this burnable, lovely area, you have ignited everything. And as the bandits run from their tents and attempt to throw snow and water and everything else they can, you know that it'll never be enough. Because this is a righteous conflagration. This is what they deserve. And your patron is not the right word. Your deity, also not really correct, but someone, something, is very pleased. And that is where we're going to end this week.
Ooh.
So, thank you all for joining us for another episode of Humblewood, the Unwelcome Winter. Eva, did we finish the giveaway? We're going to finish the giveaway. If you can't see who I'm talking to, that's okay. Eva's our production person. She's not on screen. And a thank you to Eva, as always, for being our production person. Very much appreciated. And also a thank you to Kayla, who steps in when Eva actually needs a break. Okay, we will get a... Hey, congratulations, Christian. Get that hoodie. Okay. Congratulations to Christian for winning that hoodie. That is the last of our Fauna and Flora giveaway. I will say a little bit more about Fauna and Flora when it's my turn, but before all of that, I do want to say that we are going to take the next couple of weeks off. So just for the holidays, because it's literally Christmas Eve and then New Year's Eve. I don't want to give these people some time just to, even if they're not doing stuff with family, friends, whatever, just to not be a person for a little bit or be on screen, always a gift. So thank you to all of my players. Thank you to all of you for joining us. We will be back for the penultimate and finale episodes in the new year. And I'll give you dates and all that here momentarily. But again, before all that, let's have these lovely folks say a little bit about themselves, where you can find more of them. So Anniek, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hi, my name is Anniek. I go by she, they pronouns, and you can find me here on Sundays for the foreseeable future, because after Humblewood, I get to run some more horror games, although, Humblewood is also having some leanings from time to time. I will admit up front they are horror games. Casting calls for additional cast are currently open. We're going to start with Deathmatch Island, and after that we're going to play some Trophy Dark. And after that, there will be more horror games that I will also be in and or run that will also be on Sundays. But we're not casting for those yet, so TBD. And I think that's it for me. Sometimes I remember Twitter exists, but I think the last time I logged in was like a month ago, so sorry.
Thank you, Anniek. Next up, Liz.
Oh, it's me. Hi, I'm Liz. I've been Marley, who really doesn't understand what all of this fire stuff is all about. It's great. It's fine. It's no big deal. I am here on Sundays, and I'm really, really, really hoping to get back to my own channel in the new year to do some streaming. And I am a solo tabletop game designer. So if you are a person who also plays other tabletop games and can't get enough of your own characters, boy, do I have some goodies for you. I'm actually working on a game right now that is in playtesting, and I'm really excited to bring it to folks again, hopefully by the new year. It's my first Wretched and Alone game that I've actually finished writing, and I'm very excited about it. So hopefully that'll be here in January. It's the master plan right now. But yeah, you can find me at all of the places on that link. I'm pretty active on Twitter and Blue Sky and Instagram right now. So yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Liz. Definitely check out that stuff. They have some fantastic games and really help you, even if you're working on a character, even if you're working on a current campaign, Liz has so many things that can incorporate into your current campaigns and help you flesh out a character, figure out motivations. It's really, really cool stuff. Next up, Pan.
Hi, I'm Pan, and I wasn't muted this time, so all right. You can find me mostly on here on Twitch. I do streaming on Saturdays with friends, mostly video games, but I do some tabletop stuff as well, so come in for that. Find me on all my socials, the usual places: TikTok, formerly known as Twitter, Blue Sky, all is Stellar Encore, all one word. And you can hear me on various podcasts that have been going out recently, like a Cybertopia just tied up. That's really worth to check out. It's a really fun system. Emergency Power Podcast restarts end of December. I'm on there, and more. You can find them all on my socials, so please do check them out. And of course, over here on Twitch as well as Stellar Encore. I'd love for you guys to come by. We're playing a lot of Lethal Company lately, which is a game designed to make me cry. So come by and give me a hug. Give me a virtual hug.
Please do that. Please give virtual hugs. Last but absolutely not least, Christian.
Hey everybody, my name is Christian, aka Fluffy Goomba, on several socials, mainly on TikTok and Twitch. I am a TTRPG performer and educator here in the space. You can find me on all my shows and my tutorials on how to play games in my link tree on YouTube, etc., etc. Hey, bandits are bad people, but at the end of the day, bandits are villains, and some can be redeemed, others just can't. And hey, seems like there are some bandits in the council that need to be removed. So I hope is the mountain just on fire forever now?
Just everything's on fire.
Is the mountain just ablaze? Like the top of the mountain looks like Mount Doom? Is that what's gonna happen? Is this just how it's gonna look? Cool.
Well, I'm not gonna say yes, but I'm not gonna say no either.
Sounds pretty cool.
It sounds pretty neat. I mean, all those people from the mountains are just gonna move south, and that's just gonna be a thing. It's fine. We'll think about the ramifications of actions later. It's fine.
You're the king now. You can deal with it.
My people are burning.
Not all of them, or at least not yet.
Oh, why would you switch it?
Anniek.
Oh yeah, big old fire.
Too soon.
Too soon. Well, that's me.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you to all my players. Yes, if you had to hear it here first, I'm sorry, but yes, bandits are sometimes bad people. More often than not, bad people. There's a reason they're an NPC stat block to fight. Thank you all. I am Derek Sword. I've been your GM for this game of Humblewood, for all our games of Humblewood, and for continuing games of Humblewood. I'm not going to lie. I'm thinking about a season 2. I'm just going to say it right now. I've already informed these folks that they are more than welcome to join if time works out. I don't know exactly when it's going to be. I'm going to let Anniek have her little horror stuff, and we'll do some stuff after that. So no exact dates for that, but the thought absolutely occurred to me. So for myself, I do want to say a couple of things for Fauna and Flora, and also some promotional stuff. And then I had another thought, and I'll see if I can get to it while I'm rambling. So Fauna and Flora International is a wonderful organization. Again, these folks have chosen to support Fauna and Flora specifically. Works in over 40 countries across Africa, the Americas, Eurasia, and Asia Pacific. There are over 120 conservation projects ongoing around the world at this time, with 321 partners supported, including governments, universities, businesses, and local NGOs. Basically, what Fauna and Flora works to do is prevent habitat loss, prevent illegal wildlife trade, and work against the efforts of climate change that are becoming more and more impactful every day towards the plants and animals and the biomes in which they live all over the globe. So where oceans are becoming polluted with plastic, where rainforests are being torn down, this is where Fauna and Flora works to prevent those things, to try to make up for those things, to correct the actions of humanity, where we are coming into, where we're finding those friction points between expanding human civilization and the natural environment. So anything you donate works towards that effort. The current efforts that are a really big deal for Fauna and Flora is the brown bear culling that is currently happening in Romania, basically the Romanian government, because of expanding farmlands that are going into the territories of brown bears. There's been a lot of, again, friction between the farmers there, where brown bears are attacking livestock, sometimes coming into conflict with people. And so Fauna and Flora is asking for donations to basically better equip wildlife intervention teams, to relocate bears to better areas, to provide electric fences for the farmers, and to breed, again, specialist livestock guarding dogs like Karelian bear dogs, which are a fantastic breed, but a rarer breed. And are take money to train, take money to introduce as well. So anything you donate doesn't have to be during a game, can impact this game. Again, it's in euros. I'm sorry, it's in British pounds. And if you donate based on certain levels, you can give advantages, crits. You can do it at any time, even during the middle of the week. While we're off the next couple of weeks, you can always donate, and it just gets paid forward to whatever the next game is. And thank you all to those of you who have been able to donate. Again, it's the holidays, money's tight. If you can't swing it, it's understandable. Congratulations to those who did win the shirts and hoodie. And yeah, it's been awesome. We're gonna keep going for a little bit longer, and if we do a season 2, we very well might stay with Fun and Flora International because they've been a great organization to work with. They've been great, actually reaching out as well. For Sword and Key stuff, right up at the top, we do have those applications currently out for Deathmatch Island and Trophy Dark, so please check those out wherever you can, whether it be in chat, whether it be in our Discord or on our social medias. And again, we are a new affiliate of Eldritch Foundry, which is a custom miniature producer. So just like if you're familiar with Hero Forge, Eldritch Foundry is a competitor, and they offer a lot of different options, some same options as well, because, you know, free licensing and all that. So you can still get like the same vibe for similar pricing, and actually even cheaper, because your first purchase, you can use use code Sword and Key, all caps, all one word, for 10% off of your purchase. Other things coming up for Sword and Key. So you can follow all of our stuff. You can find actually all of our social medias, all of that, at beacons.ai/Sword and Key, all one word. You can join our Discord there, find all of our social medias, including all of our ongoing charity campaigns, even the Pally for Horizon's Call, which will be coming back soon as well. Like I said, Humblewood, the Unwelcome Winter, is going to be taking the next 2 weeks off for Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. And it's going to be kind of quiet around here for Sword and Key stuff. We don't have any streams planned for the next couple of weekends, just with the holidays. We want to be respectful of people's time. We are having a movie night, on our Discord, which again you can join through Beacons. And that one is going to be Snowpiercer. That is Friday, December 29th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. After that, the next thing is Humblewood will be back the 7th of January 2024. We also have our new Harbinger game, which is going to be premiering. That is a spin-off of Horizon's Call. That is also going to be on January 7th at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And that will run for 6 weeks. We also will have our movie nights back, and then Horizon's Call will be back the 13th of January for a special Q&A session, and then we'll be back for our full-time episodes on the 20th. So if you have questions that you would like to submit for Horizon's Call, questions about characters, questions about the world, about, you know, for me as a GM, for any of my players, thought-provoking questions about what constitutes a sandwich, any of those things can be submitted again through our Discord. The link to submit, it's a Google form link, was also posted on our social medias as well, so you can always post those questions, or if you know LD who will be hosting that, you can privately DM LD as well those questions. Also, the podcast Monster Crush, which is a podcast I do with LD about cryptids, creatures, miscellaneous monsters, and how sexy they are. That is coming out today, if I can get that edited properly. And then next week, we're doing a 2-parter. It is episode 69. Nice. We finally did Mothman. So we did a 2-parter of Mothman, so that will be out again today and the following week. I think that's it. I've said a lot of things all in a very short period of time. I think most of them were words. So I'm going to say goodbye, everybody. Thanks again to my players. Thanks again to you for joining us. We'll see you in just a few weeks. Have a great Christmas. Have a great holiday. Regardless of how you celebrate this holiday season, whether it be Christmas or Yule or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or any of the ones I'm very clearly forgetting, Merry Chrysler. All of those. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. Have a great new year. And we will see you in 2024. And until that time, remember the Humblewood motto: no body, no crime, no drama. And we're rating Lost Caravan. That's